Going. Probably the camera. All right, hello everybody. Welcome to an all-new episode of the Anination Podcast. My name is Nate, and you'll meet some. All right.
What is up, Anination world? How y'all doing? I hope that you are having a fantastic summer so far. Some fun in the sun, and especially we got some juicy animation news coming your way.
Today is going to be a little bit special because Annecy happened last week, and to say the least, we're just going to bring out all the announcements that happened at Annecy.
There was so many to choose from, but we just had to compile them into all.
So, to be fair, we're only doing some of, there are bigger announcements that also happened as well, but again, most of the information that we had are, most of the things that we're going to be discussing tonight are mostly the things that we're going to be interested in. Mm-hmm. Yeah, some other things are kind of like Netflix movies, Netflix shows that are kind of like meh to me, but yeah.
Yeah, but the ones we're going to talk about are those that we're interested in the most, like you said.
Yeah, indeed. So yeah, I hope you guys are in for a great day. Today was really hot. I consider summer has been coming now.
Yeah, it's so hot that we even had to turn on the fan here.
Well, yeah, I mean, we've had
for
fans.
Cool
I don't know. Thankfully, you actually have a fan out here in the studio so that we can cool ourselves off and everything.
Yeah, it really does help. We want the breeze,
Yeah, for sure. All right. Well, I mean, I think I know that we're gonna always do our last. Sorry, I always know we always do our what we did the weekend and all that kind of stuff. But I think we all have one thing that we're going to talk about this for the thing that happened this week was the How to Train Your Dragon movie because we both watched it.
Yes. So I watched it myself after work. I know that you saw it with a friend.
Saw it with Jess yesterday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I'm gonna say this right now. DreamWorks already is showing Disney how it's done. Like How to Train Your Dragon live action remake is legitimately great because of how faithful it is to the animated film, unlike 90% of Disney live action remakes.
The live action remakes, I don't know what Disney is actually doing because the How to Train Your Dragon movie was actually spot on. Everything from the script of the animated film to the live action movie was just amazing. You got Hiccup, who's really bad at dragons, and then you get him to train dragons, tame them dragons instead of killing dragons. I mean, everything from the animated movie actually is pinpoint to the live action. And I thought that was great versus whatever Disney's doing, because every live action remake that Disney has done, there's always a change somewhere.
Now, is the live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon necessary to make? No, but I definitely will say this. The live action remake of How to Train Your Dragon captures the magic, captures the spirit, captures the story, captures everything that made How to Train Your Dragon so great.
I have a feeling because I know that there's always a rivalry between DreamWorks and Disney. Is this another feat for the rivalry between DreamWorks and Disney? Because they've always been doing that. Ants versus A Bug's Life.
Yeah, I think it's fueled by Jeffrey Katzenberg. Jeffrey Katzenberg is what started.
But here's the thing. Eisner's gone. because Michael Eisner versus Jeffrey Katzenberg was like the 90s, 2000s, right?
Yeah, so it went all the way back to the 1990s, 2000s, and a prominent example of DreamWorks taking jabs at Disney was, of course, Shrek, with how they portray the fairy tale creatures. I think that was their way of sort of like, saying, hey, we could do fairy tales too.
No, so my thing is like the new generation, because DreamWorks doesn't really do live action films. DreamWorks does live action films, but DreamWorks Animation, they never do live action films until now. Like, they never had a live action film for Shrek or any of the other movies, but How to Train Your Dragon, I think, kind of made sense why they would make a live action movie for it, because there's humans in there, there's dragons, you could be able to make CGI dragons out of nowhere. And somehow, like, the animation for How to Train Your Dragon, like, when it comes to, like, Hiccup and the dragons that are all around, they all worked out. Like, they do look legit dragons.
Exactly. What makes How to Train Your Dragon really stand out is that you may argue that it is too similar, and in a sense, you could always watch the animated version at home. But then again, I would argue that this is exactly how Disney live-action remakes should have treated their animated counterparts.
Yeah. I mean, I think... My thing that I came out from this movie was take notes, Disney. This is how you make a live action movie. And who knows what Disney's going to happen through next, but like, this is a good first impression for DreamWorks actually making live action films. Like, what's the next live action film DreamWorks is going to work on now? Croods,
Prince of Egypt. I actually want to see DreamWorks do a live action Prince of Egypt.
Oh, you got to talk to the Bible folks about that one.
No, I legitimately think it could be promising.
It could be, well, there's a lot of Bible movies already for Prince of Egypt, though.
Yeah. But then again,
the Ten Commandments was a movie. Technically, was Prince of Egypt.
But then again, you can't really replicate a perfect masterpiece. Like, Prince of Egypt is one of those perfect DreamWorks masterpieces. So if you don't have a live action remake for it, that's all well and good too. Leave the animated version alone. I'm saying that would be interesting. But here's another thing, though, that I'd like to bring up. It's funny how a month or two ago I expressed my excitement.
So I want to talk about this. Are you a little hypocritical about it now?
No, I was about to say, there was a time where I said that the Lilo and Stitch remake might turn out to be a miracle, might turn out to be good, and How to Train Your Dragon would turn out to be bland. Who would have thought that it would be the other way around? Like, I don't know
about this, but you were you're pretty hypocritical right now. After what happened? I never thought after all your freaking discussions that happened earlier this year.
I never thought there'd be a timeline where I would love the How to Train Your Dragon remake and hate the Lilo and Stitch remake, but here we are.
Yeah.
Like, there's a timeline that's actually possible.
Yeah, so I think we're going to have, like, some sort of highlight video of me making big mistakes. Like, he'll say this, and in the end, he'll love this instead.
Let's just say I'll gladly eat my words like a steak dinner. Because, How to Train Your Dragon, I'm so glad I gave it a chance. Yeah. So glad I did.
At least you finally watched it. I thought you were going to, like, skip it. I remember clearly. I thought you said we were going to skip the movie.
Well, here's the thing, is that after work, because I work so far away, I wanted to kill some time before I drove back home in order to avoid traffic. So I thought, hey, the How to Train Your Dragon remake has just been released, and also I have a free credit for Cinemark, so why not give it a chance? So I did, came out happy.
Well, you could use that free credit for Elio or something,
Yeah, but Elio, I plan to use a free credit for AMC later on, so that's also another thing.
Yeah. You know what though? I mean, I started coming into this movie thinking that it was going to really do well, because the way that the visuals looked like, it looked amazing. Plus, like, every big character looked the same. Like, you even got the friends of Astrid and Hiccup, like, all looking the same. By the way, like, they kind of put the point. Like, I think the people who worked on this film really did their homework when it comes to How to Train Your Dragon, and the fact that they actually used the script from How to Train Your Dragon and, like, mixed it up into their version, which kind of seems similar.
They even brought back the original voice actor of Stoic Hiccup's
dad.
They brought Gerard Butler to do the live action counterpart.
Yeah, and it's good because he's a good actor himself.
Yeah, and no other actor can replicate Stoic better than Gerard Butler can.
Yeah.
So that was a plus.
He did a great job also, like, doing the live action scenes himself. Like, to be stoic, to be, like, versus
Cobber.
To be the, other than the voice acting part also. But, yeah, I mean, if anything, I'm just impressed with how DreamWorks has done their movie. Like, it's absolutely perfect. It's absolutely perfect. I won't say, like, perfect, like 10 out of 10. I have some flaws here and there, but they did really do a great job making a great movie out of it, and might be one of the better live action remakes I've seen when it comes to movies now.
Yeah, when it comes to live action remakes of animated movies, this is definitely up there with 2016's Jungle Book and the 1990s 101 Dalmatians movie as being the few legitimately great live action remakes. Like, I would put How to Train Your Dragon right up there that much.
No, I know it's going to be very good. So yeah, that's all I did this week. To be fair, because like most of the time I'm just gonna be slim when it comes to my week. This week I was mostly at home, and no, I was just home by myself. So I was just like catching up on animes, catching up on video games and stuff. Oh, and I also wanted to make an announcement. I'm actually going back to Twitch and actually streaming again.
Yo, let's go! High five.
Okay.
You're going back to streaming. Let's go.
Okay. I didn't know because you're not streaming.
No, but like, you're going back to streaming.
I'm going back to streaming on Twitch. So, yeah, follow me on Nate's Gameplay too. I did one stream last night, on Monday night, and it got some positive reviews. I played Fortnite though, to be fair.
Nice.
And then who knows what other games I'm going to be streaming. I might do some Love Live streams. It's the reason why Johanne is currently over at the mill right now, because Aquos is having their last concert on Saturday morning at 1 a.m. here, and I'm going to be watching it. I don't care. It's my last time seeing Aquos, for the last time possibly, so I have to be there to watch it. There are games from Love Live that are currently out on Steam, and I might be playing them on stream soon.
All right,
so,
dude.
Yeah.
All I'm gonna say is get your caffeine ready when you watch her.
Yeah. So, anyways, yeah, this is my announcement. Go check out my Twitch, twitch.tv/Nate's Gameplay 2. I'll be back on streaming again. Would love to get your guys' support. But yeah, follow me there, subscribe to me there, etc. You know.
I didn't know it till now. I'm so glad that you are. And yeah, you could bet that I'll definitely be checking out your streams in the future, man.
Yeah, please do. Because, you know, obviously I got nothing much going on right now. So, but yeah, do you want to talk about your week, or do you want to just go straight to the quick news?
Yes. So this week, I pretty much, other than a fantastic game night I had in my friend's place on Saturday, there's not much that I want to bring up. And then, of course, I'm still keeping busy in my temporary summer job, even though it's going to go on until July 3rd. So even though it's relatively short, it's still good enough experience for me. So yeah, just about, after this week, I have 2 more weeks to go in this job, and then I go back to job hunting again. So
no, it's gonna be me throughout the whole rest of the summer, possibly. So
yeah, same here.
Yeah, that's
so
the reason
best
why.
Luck to both of us.
Look, that's why I'm doing a Twitch stream, just because like that's why I'm Twitch streaming right now, just because like it's something for me to do instead of just being bored at home. You know?
Yeah, exactly. It gives you something to do, and it makes you happy, man. So
yeah,
I'm glad you're doing it.
Yeah, thank God I'm getting back on there, if anything.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nate's Gameplay is back.
Nate's Gameplay is back. Yeah, please check me out. Go watch it whenever you can. Yeah.
Let's go.
All right. I think that's pretty much it for our weekly wrap up. Let's go ahead and get to our quick news, shall we?
Let's go.
All right. So let's start off with the quick news that we've got on our lineup tonight. And the first thing we want to discuss is I'm wearing this shirt called New Panty and Stocking, and a new trailer did drop for the show. The show is coming out on July, just July. And to be fair, like the trailer looked promising to me. You get to see the girls again. You get to see the devils again. You get to see Garterbelt. You get to see Briefs and a couple of new characters. But
it's only 30 seconds long, but it's still the hype.
No, I thought it was longer than that.
It was like less than a minute. It was less than a minute.
Yeah, but it still was like chaos and stuff where Panty and Stocking were doing their angel duties. At the same time, Scanny and Knee Socks continue to be a rival to them. I remember seeing Panty shoot Stocking.
Yeah, Panty shoots Stocking, and that's a good way for her to get back, because we all know what happened last season.
Yeah, but yes, Panty and Stocking with Garterbelt is the brand new show, and that's coming out this July.
Yeah, this July. Let's go. So we got 1 more month until we watch this.
Again, your first impressions on the whole trailer, because like I said, I just announced those characters. They're doing some chaos here and there, but again, nothing really fulfilling. Nothing really much came out when it comes to story, when it comes to that show.
Yeah, but now, while the details are brief when it comes to what's going to happen in Panty and Stocking, what they promised to us that they're going to deliver is all seen in less than a minute in this teaser trailer. Like, everything that is shown in the trailer is what they said, you're going to see this happen. And I'm excited to see the twists and turns when it comes to these characters, as well as how the angels and the devils are going to interact with each other.
Now, I have a feeling like there's a little truce going on, because I see Scan and Knee Socks and Panty and Stocking. Look, Scan and Knee Socks have their Scan and Socks have the transformation scene as well. Same with Panty and Stocking. But to be fair, they've done it separately also. I do like the new visuals, by the way, because it's the same it's the same like Pop-Up Girl style with the characters of Panty Stocking, Skinny and Socks and all. But then the transformation scenes are, I think, more impressive from the way I'm seeing it.
Yeah, I think that when it comes to animation, it is practically the same as the OG Panty and Stocking series, but I feel it's more polished and much cleaner.
Well, it is, because, it's newer animation. It's been, 15 years since the last Panty and Stocking episode?
Obviously, since it's been over a decade, it's bound to happen. You're going to see much cleaner, much more newer looking animation.
Yeah, so, and also this is Studio Trigger that's working on it. So Trigger has done a great job when it comes to animes. I mean, they have a great run from Kill la Kill to Cyberpunk.
Academia.
Yeah, Little Witch Academia, Cyberpunk, Edge Runners.
Promare.
Yeah, I'm telling you, like, Trigger has amazing aspects when it comes to animation.
And that's why I love Studio Trigger that much, and that's why they are the perfect studio to do this.
Yeah, I was kind of wondering about this too, because like 15 years ago, we did watch the whole Panty Stocking anime, and it did end on a cliffhanger.
And by that, I mean a WTF kind of cliffhanger.
Yeah, because Stocking apparently like killed Panty.
Which is why, as much as I love Stocking, it was satisfying to see Panty shoot Stocking, because I mean, that means they're even. Eye for an eye.
I guess. I don't know about that though. Like seeing Panty shoot Stocking was something, and I'm like, But here's the thing. Stocking's alive, and Panty's alive, and everybody's alive. I'm assuming I don't know if they're going to even answer that.
Whether or not they're actually going to answer that is yet to be determined, because Panty and Stocking is that random of an anime that they'll either address it, which I hope they do, or they'll just, forget about it because they're at a big-lipped alligator moment or something.
Yeah, and again, like, there aren't really much big announcements that happened to it. I just don't know. Brief was like, giving a big like, just the fact that Panty died and stuff.
And by the way, Briefs is back and adorkable than ever before.
Yeah.
And you see,
this reminds me, I might go cosplay Brief again.
Yeah, your cosplay of Brief was spot on.
No, I only did the white suit version of Brief. I never did the green suited version.
Which makes me think: is white suited Brief gonna make? Is Brief suited?
Probably.
Is White Suited Brief going to make a comeback? Is he going to make a comeback?
Probably. That's what I'm thinking.
Yeah, he's bound to.
I'm kind of wondering if there are even like other like side characters that are going to come in. Speaking of which, actually, there are new side characters that are coming to the show. In the trailer, we also did get to see 2 brand new Angel guys. What are your thoughts on them? Polyurethane and polyester. Oh, wow. Really? Really fabrics? It's just little fabrics?
When I look at polyethylene and polyester, I thought to myself, they're either going to be the bad guys, they're going to be the heroes, yet antagonists of Panty and Stocking, or they're going to be the twist villains. Who knows? But I will say, it is saying something that even the teaser trailer says that they're that big of a threat when it gets Panty and Stocking and Scanny and Socks to join up together against them.
Yeah, I don't know about the whole team up thing. I mean, Scanny and Socks and Panty and Stocking are always going to be like the rivals because that happened throughout first season. Yes.
I will say, it could go in one of 2 ways. One, you can have polyester and polyethylene be angels, or they could be devils disguised as angels.
So I'm kind of thinking it might be like Hazbin Hotel, for example, where you got angels. They are literal angels, those dudes, polyurethane and polyester. What's going to happen to those guys is, say, for example, Panty and Stocking, you're acting like devils. Take off your wings or something like that. Then Panty and Stocking fight polyurethane and polyester in order for them to become angels again.
I think that this is actually a clever way of writing them, because I have a feeling about this. What if the series presents these boys as legit heavenly angels, purists, done nothing wrong, but then somewhere along the end of the series, it turns out that the two aren't exactly as angelic as they portray themselves to be. Like, they have a dark side to themselves. They're actually either demons disguised as angels, or they're flawed angels themselves. I don't know. Something about these 2 boys just seem interesting to me. Because you go any direction with them.
I think the other thing to also come to mind, they might have some transformation scenes. I
wonder how those could turn out.
Look. The transformation scenes literally is them in stripper poles, okay? So...
all the fangirls are going to go crazy over that.
Fangirls are going to go with that. It makes me think about actually cosplaying them too. God damn it. I'm thinking about polyurethane and polyester now. I'm like, I don't know if I want to cosplay Panty Stocking again. It's for sure an awesome show. And I don't know if you were back in the hype of 2010s, 2011s, but Panty and Stocking were still cosplayable. Like, you've seen folks in anime cons like Fanime and Anime Expo cosplaying Panty and Stocking, right?
Oh yeah, I've seen plenty of Panty and Stocking cosplays back when it was the hype around like the mid 2010s. It was back when Panty and Stocking was so popular, so hype around conventions. So I'm very excited for this to come back because I know that it's going to bring back the cosplay and con hype for 2026 cons.
It's going to bring back the hype for sure, and that's why I'm so excited for this. I can't wait to see the girls again, Panty and Stocking, Socks and Stanty, along with a bunch of new characters. I would imagine there's still more new side characters in the show. Who knows? Maybe a little Trigger reference here and there, maybe a Cyberpunk Edge Runners reference, or a Delicious Dungeon reference possibly in that as well.
Or it could be that they're going to bring back some of the recurring villains that were in the original, like let's say the Queen Bee, the zombies, or that one, really gross, nasty guy that's stalking for some reason.
No, he's dead. He's dead, guys. Dude, forget about that poopy freaking villain.
Oh god, what was that?
Well, how do I stalking like them? Huh? The taste of freaking what taste of your waifu makes you want to like her?
I don't know. It's just like Stocking's way too good for that pile of poop. But then again, but like I said, polyester, polyurethane are actually kind of cosplayable. I kind of want to see what
I'm thinking about polyurethane.
I'm thinking about polyester.
Anyways, let's go to the big point here. So it's not gonna be. So the anime is actually not gonna be streaming on Crunchyroll. It's not actually gonna be streaming on Disney Plus, Netflix, or any any resource that you actually are thinking about. It's actually gonna be streaming on Amazon Prime. So how shocked were you the fact that it's not on Crunchyroll anymore? It's gonna be on Prime this time.
While there was a huge part of me that was really surprised that it wasn't going to end up on Crunchyroll after all the OG series did, I feel like Prime Video is the next best thing, because one thing you've come to discover about Amazon Prime Video is that it is the home of some of the raunchiest adult animated series such as Hazbin Hotel or Invincible. And so I think Panty and Stocking being on Prime Video is par for the course.
The only exclusive animes I saw from Amazon Prime Video was Made in Abyss. So I don't know any other animes that were Amazon Prime, just exclusively on Amazon Prime, but I think Prime is trying to tackle their anime market, and if they wanted to go with Panty and Stocking, it's a good way to go.
Yeah, the point is not all of the anime or animated content from Prime Video is going to be raunchy, but I'm saying Panty and Stocking would definitely blend right in with Hazbin Hotel and Invincible.
Yeah, I'm wondering how that deal went, because Dandadan streams on Netflix and Crunchyroll. So how did that go down for Trigger saying, hey, let's stream on Amazon Prime instead of Netflix, because all your animes are on Netflix, Trigger. So what made you want to go to Prime now?
Yeah, I think that some particular creators and showrunners of each individual show goes to each streaming service for their different reasons. Rather be they want to expose their show as much as they can, or they feel like their show blended with the other shows they already have, or anything like that.
I know that some folks don't have Amazon Prime, and I kind of wonder why don't you have it? To be fair, Hazbin Hotel fans need to watch it in order for them to need that in order for them to watch Hazbin Hotel and Hell of a Boss that's coming out real soon.
Yeah,
so Prime I think is a necessary thing. I mean, yeah,
especially if you're a Helloverse fan, and not only Helloverse but also, like I said, Invincible or anything like that, then this gives you an extra reason to subscribe to Amazon Prime Video if you're also a fan of PSG.
Yeah, but either way, Panty and Stocking is coming out this July to Amazon Prime Video. Also, the first people who are going to be watching it are people from Anime Expo, actually.
Oh, yeah. How I envy each and every single one.
So, actually, for those who are going to Anime Expo, there is going to be a panel that will show the first episode of Panty and Stocking to everybody who's going to be attending that panel. Which is kind of sad because we literally live in California. We would go to Anime Expo, honestly, but we don't want to.
Yeah. We don't, but we still want to find out how y'all have enjoyed the panel if you guys are going.
Yeah. Also, everybody's going to be there. The creator is going to be there. Oh, man. It looks like it's going to be a fun event.
Sushi yo.
Nonetheless, I'll be waiting for a while. I guess it will come out. It's still going to come out in July, but people who are going to be there in the panel will probably see it first. So
Hiroyuki and Maishi is going to have a blast in LA.
Yeah, I would imagine so. Yeah. Anyways, Panty and Stocking, the new Panty and Stocking is coming out July 2025. Check it out on Amazon Prime.
Fly away.
All right, now our next news that we want to bring up real quickly is this particular show called The Amazing Digital Circus. We now have a preview of what's going to be the next episode of The Amazing Digital Circus, and to be fair, I don't know what is going on because we just gotten pictures from Glitch Productions on what the episode is going to be about. You have the gang playing baseball. You have the gang going out camping. You have the gang
Safari hunting.
I said. Oh, yeah. I said camping.
Right.
You saw the gang.
And you got President Pomni being a president for some reason.
Oh, you mean executive?
Yeah,
like they're in the office. They're in an office.
They're in an office, but if you look closely at the United States of America pin on Pomni's suit, it tells you is Pomni the chief of command or something?
No, I feel like she's just wearing the thing. Yeah. She's wearing the thing. I don't know. And then there was also them in like a mafia thing. So the trailer doesn't even make sense either because it feels so retro and it doesn't really give me any answers of what the 5th episode is going to be about. So again, when you saw the trailer, when you see all the things previewing the new episode, what are your thoughts that are coming to your mind as you watch the trailer? Yeah,
this trailer takes a different turn in contrast to the previous trailers or previous episodes, and it's pretty interesting that this trailer decided to go the way of a basic and cringy YouTube video that you would see in the 2000s with low quality video resolution, shaky footage, and white text on blue backgrounds. I did not expect that they would parody an old YouTube video.
But you also did get to see some clips in that video though. But it's just small little clips because they always like go to one clip and then cut it off to the next clip and then cut off to the next clip, which doesn't, again, make any sense of what the story is going to be about. All I'm hearing is the dialogue in the back, and I'm hearing Kane and Pomni and a bunch of other characters just jumbling around, seeing what the heck the episode is going to be about. But again, confused the heck out of me because there's not really a clear answer of how this episode is going to run.
And not only that, but it doesn't. We don't even know what the upcoming episode is going to mainly focus on. Like, is it mainly going to focus on the Safari episode? Is it mainly going to focus on the baseball episode?
So when I actually saw the pictures, and we'll go through these really soon, I thought they were just going to be each an episode. So, like, for example, this episode where we get to see Pomni in an office, for example.
Oh,
like,
man.
Look, like, they're in an office. You see Pomni just, like, working at a thing, Kingler trying to help her out, and at the same time you also get to see Ragatha having a fun time.
Pomni is a 9-to-5 mood right there.
Yeah. Okay, so that came up to me, and I was thinking that's just an episode itself. Like, Kane will bring them over to an office job, because they brought them to a fast food job.
Yeah.
Why not bring them to an office job?
And Kane will be the manager of this particular company like he was in the fast food company.
Is it Kane? Well, is it Kane?
Because
no, maybe somebody else, Kingler or Ragatha, I don't know. Because he wasn't the boss. Remember, Kane brings him out there, but there's no boss. Because remember, Gangler, whatever her name.
Gangly.
Yeah, Gangly. She was the one who was the boss of the fast food place.
No, but Kane was like the owner or anything like that.
But
like, he was a higher chain.
He didn't really, get himself associated there.
Yeah, he wasn't involved except for the meetings with Gangly about how the gang was doing in the fast food.
So I'm assuming it's just them in an office job, and I was thinking that's one episode, right? That was just one episode. And then we get to see another picture from Glitch Productions, and them in a baseball field. I'm like, oh, they're gonna play baseball, cool.
Oh, so they're parodying Bad News Bears, possibly?
Any baseball movie, I would say. Like, I don't know what made them want to go play baseball. But I also did see another picture where they actually face off with another counterpart of them, Yeah. Where, like, you see Pomni shy, but then you see the other, like, the shadow Pomni, I'll call it. Like, getting all mean and
like
stuff.
The negative versions
of
the characters.
They're like opposite versions, and they're facing off with each other in a baseball game.
Ooh.
Yeah.
And also, it makes you think, is Kane going to be the coach or the owner of a team? Or anything like that?
Look, again, he's not in the adventure. That's the thing. He's not in the adventure.
Or at least he's not on screen. He could be in a different scene.
He's pretty much running the circus. The thing is, like, he's just putting his pawns into an adventure.
And it makes you wonder, what's with all these different episodes? Like,
yeah.
Like, it doesn't get, because usually the previous trailers give out like this one particular adventure that they're going to. They establish that they're going to this adventure. It's going to focus on this. But with this trailer, however, it says that they're in many different adventures, so it could be about anything.
Yeah. Again, I don't know what's going to happen in this one. It just feels like it's going to have a baseball game. Cool. And then the next day, Glitch Productions actually makes another post having them in a mafia scenario.
So you got Martin Scorsese's Amazing Digital Circus here.
Yeah, well, Martin Scorsese is probably not gonna work on this, but no, it's like you get to see like what Jackson, a freaking mafia thing, like they're trying to make a deal or something, and then you see everybody else just getting all depressed. I think everybody, I don't know if y'all are looking on Twitter, but Ragatha folks, you're simping on her right now. I swear to God.
Yeah, the first thing I thought in my mind was Ragatha looks amazing in that dress. Like,
okay. You all simps.
Yes.
God damn it. No. Oh, you hold on.
You know what I mean? Ragatha looks hot in that dress. Come on.
Okay, good dress, good looking dress. And then I just remember seeing fan art of it all. I'm like, damn, y'all are simping.
Like, Glitch Productions pretty much gave deviant artists the work they need to do.
I guess. But my thing, so out of all the three, or out of all the four, because I didn't put the picture of the safari thing that was going on, but which adventure were you looking at the most when you saw those pictures of Glitch Productions?
Kind of hard for me to decide, but I definitely want to say, I think that out of all of them, I think what it comes down to is a choice between the two. The Mafia episode, because, well, they look so cool as the Mafia, and again, Ragatha in a dress, or the Safari episode, in which it gives Jack such huge character development himself, because you see him in that Safari outfit with a gun, going to hunt down animals, and so I want to know what Jack's deal is. Why is he like this?
Yeah. I think the one thing that I'm looking forward to is the Mafia one for sure.
Yeah.
You never expect like Pomni and Ragatha and Jax all in a Mafia setting try to set up a deal of like the NPCs or something in the show.
Yeah.
Yeah. The baseball game looks pretty fun. I can't wait to see that one too. Now, with all those pictures in mind, you were thinking it was all separate episodes, right? Or were you thinking it's all one episode?
What I was thinking that it could be all one episode, because if it was going to be separate, then I think that they would have saved the other plot points for the other trailers for other episodes, or at least that's how Glitch Productions usually used to do them. But I think that's the intent and purpose here, is to make us ask, is this all one episode or is this separate? I think that's what Glitch Productions is trying to do. It's trying to trick us. Because Glitch Productions does tend to break the fourth wall, tend to trick us in a Kane sort of way.
I have a feeling if this is all... So this is my scenario when I saw all those pictures. If it's all one episode, this is a Kane episode. Because if you've seen it, like in the episodes before, Kane was like literally in a... What was it? In a psychiatrist's room. Literally talking about like, what's wrong with me? What's wrong with me? With
Zubul.
With Zubul, yes. And I have a feeling it just continued to get worse and worse for something like that. Now maybe he has an existential crisis where like he doesn't know what he's doing next. He glitches out or something, and everybody who's currently in the circus is like getting affected by it.
And I think that's what the episode might tackle. Is that it's going to give Kane so much character development, because you see how the trailer is set up all kind of cluttered, messed up, glitchy. And I think that's what the episode is going to do. It's going to make Kane glitch in a sense. It's going to, make Kane go crazy, because he's busy with all these adventures, and he's put there to serve a purpose, which is to host all these games. Otherwise, something bad might happen to him. I think that'll do that.
It's more of adventures than games, honestly. So
I think they'll take that direction with Kane.
Yeah. Either way, if I think it's a Kane episode, then I think it's going to be nice. Again, I don't know what the lesson is going to be after this episode. Because Kane already itself is a mystery, because he's the one who led up the circus. He's the one who like kidnapped people.
He's been a mystery since episode 1.
Yeah, and he's been so sarcastic with his like upbeat nature and everything. So it just gets me kind of confused what he's going to be about. This is, again, my presumptions right now is that it's a Kane episode. But if they're all separate episodes, then I'm really excited for each of them. But now I'm like thinking Kane episode. If it's all one episode, it's Kane episode. If it's just this, like for example, a Mafia episode, then I'm excited for it. Who knows? Maybe somebody might die in the end of the episode.
Something tells me that the Mafia episode could take up a grand majority of the episode, while the other adventures take up about like 3 to 5 minutes each.
I wouldn't really go too deep into this episode. I'm just thinking it might be a Ken episode, but it's coming out this week, by the way.
Yeah, so I'm glad that it's leaving us speculating and guessing what's going to happen, because I want to go to this as blind as I can.
Yeah, well, the trailer doesn't really give out much anyways, because I remember like before they did make trailers for the new episodes. Like the 4th episode was pretty simple. Oh, it's a fast food joint. This one is like, why are we going here? Why are we going here? Why are we going here? Why is it so glitchy?
Yeah,
and
exactly.
I feel like that's the reason why I'm thinking it's a Kane episode and all that jazz.
It's like, wait, I thought this was a baseball episode.
Yeah. Glitch just put up all these like scenes, and I'm like, huh.
Wait, I thought it was a Mafia episode. Oh, wait, I thought it was a Safari episode.
Yeah, again, they just put up all these scenes, and again, I was so confused about it.
Yeah.
But yes, I do think that it might be a Kane episode. Again, I don't want to keep explaining more and more, but we'll have to find out ourselves on Friday, June 20th, as the episode comes out.
Which I'm very excited for, because Amazing Digital Circus always hits. I don't think there's been a miss in Amazing Digital Circus, and I think this episode will be no exception.
For sure. All right, so for Digital Circus fans, your new episode will be coming out on Netflix and YouTube June 20th, which is this week.
Yes,
so
get ready,
make sure
y'all.
you guys get ready for that. Yes.
Get ready, y'all.
All right. Now let's go ahead and actually talk about another thing that's happening this weekend as well. I don't want to discuss this any further, but we have to talk about the Kids' Choice Awards. Oh, yay. The KCAs are here, everybody. Woo! Did you see all the advertisements on your movie theater?
And just so you know, audience, we're doing this because we love you, all right? We know how much you love the KCAs. This episode's for you guys. We don't like the KCAs, but we know you guys do. So this is for you.
The KCAs are happening, and to be fair, sorry, I'll explain what you put on your script here. This coming weekend, the Kids' Choice Awards is happening in Barker Hangar and Santa Monica, California. The KCAs has been going for the past 37 years. Now it's the 38th. Are you excited for this particular award show?
No, but I know you guys are. More power to you.
Yeah, I'm not excited about it. Honestly, I'm probably going to be skipping it anyway. The host this time, there's actually going to be a host this year. Last year, it was Spongebob and Patrick.
Yeah, but this time around, we got an actual celebrity who is going to be the host.
Yes, and it's Tyla. And she actually is like a really good singer.
She's the queen of Papiano.
Yeah, she's a great singer.
Yeah.
Yeah, she's a great singer. She's sang like Water. I don't know if you've heard about that song, but the song's amazing. The ceremony will also have guest appearances from Jack Black, Alec Warren, Ali Cavallo, Benny Blanco, Ice Spice, Kel Mitchell, Tony Hawk, and a couple of actors from the Thundermans. Celebrities-wise, do you like the lineup that you're seeing here?
I would say the celebrities are, some of them I am excited for. Like, I'm a fan of Jack Black, Ali Cavallo, Kel Mitchell, and Tony Hawk. Well, because I played some of his games, but the others, not so much. Like, I know Ice Spice is a talent, but I rarely listen to her songs, but I know that she's big. Mm-hmm. So I would say that I'm pretty mixed about the celebrities. How about you?
Again, Ali Cavallo, I think is a big surprise because, I know that she's Moana.
Yeah.
I never expected her to be in a Nickelodeon Kids' Choice Awards ceremony. Kel Mitchell, no Nickelodeon star.
Keenan Kel.
Yeah, Keenan Kel. Again, it would be great if we see Leon Thomas there. He's now rising up. He's becoming the next Ariana Grande, because if you know Leon Thomas, he was in Victorious, and he could probably have that same star power at the moment as Ariana Grande now. But if he performs or he does win an award, that'd be awesome.
I hope that we get a surprise appearance by Kenan Thompson and appeal alongside Kel. I want to see that.
More Good Burger promotion, yes. I see.
Yes, that alone will make me watch the KCAs on air.
All right, so let's go ahead and actually look at these nominees for the KCAs, shall we?
Yes, let's go.
Let me go.
Let's dive in.
Yeah, let's go ahead and bring it up. Where's my window capture? Oops. All right, so I'm gonna put the KCA little thing over here, everybody. Put that there. All right. All right. Well, I'm just gonna be going through it all. I'm not gonna go through it all.
Yeah, don't. There's only a few that I personally would vote for.
All right, family TV show. I actually picked up Cobra Kai. We picked Cobra Kai.
Let's go, Cobra Kai. Let's go.
Favorite movie actress. I actually picked Ariana Grande on that one. Did you pick Ariana Grande too, or?
Cynthia Erivo is who I would vote for.
Okay, so we're going on Wicked on that one.
Yeah.
Favorite viral song? I picked up Pink Pony Club. That was a really funny song. I don't know about you. Which one you picked for that one?
I wouldn't go for
female from an animated movie.
Lupita for Wild Robot.
Oh, Lupita Nyong'o. Okay.
Lupita Nyong'o.
I picked Maya Hawke for Anxiety and Inside Out 2. And I hate these advertisements. They always put SpongeBob as an advertisement. It's just stupid.
Gee, I wonder who will win favorite cartoon. I wonder.
Favorite gamer, I voted I Show Speed. Did you vote for anyone there? No? You have to vote to continue on, you know that? I
know, but it's just... I didn't vote for the KCs at all because I don't really care for the KCs, but I'm saying if I were to vote, who I would vote for.
Yeah, but, well, so what did you do? Did you, like, go through every category and, like, even if you don't care, you just, like, picked it, right?
No, what I did was I looked at the nominations in a different website called Nickelodeon.
Oh, Nikkei Live. Oh, from Twitter.
Live.
Okay.
Yeah. That's how I found the list.
Favorite podcast, I picked Avatar. I don't know the other podcast.
Avatar.
Favorite villain, I picked...
Jim Carrey's Dr. Robotnik.
I picked Jim Carrey, too. Favorite movie, I would say...
Wicked.
I picked Wicked. I know some of you probably going to say Minecraft movie. It was a
Chicken Jockey.
No, stop it. No, never say that here in this freaking podcast again. Favorite female star, I picked Peyton List. Favorite List for Cobra Kai. Favorite male TV star, I picked David Henry on that one. You didn't pick anyone, did you? No?
Favorite video game, Super Mario Party Jamboree.
This is where we're going to fight now.
Jamboree.
No. I have a feeling Fortnite's going to win. Fortnite. Have you seen all the stuff that's going on in Fortnite? You could be the Fox Dads. You could be Bob Fletcher. You could be Hank Hill right now.
But Super Mario Party Jamboree is the biggest Mario Party we've gotten. It has such replay value.
But Fortnite has a lot of replay value, plus a lot of skins you can buy.
But Mario Party Jamboree is a good mixture of nostalgic Mario and modern Mario.
Fortnite is the much preferable game at the moment. Yes, shoot down your favorite opponent like Marceline from Adventure Time.
You and me got to play some more Mario Party matches.
Yes, you should play more Fortnite. I'm freaking playing it on my Twitch also, you know. Favorite female creator, I went with Charlie D'Amelio. Let's go next. Favorite reality show, I picked America's Got Talent. Did you pick anyone from them? No?
Because I didn't vote. But I'd say if I would have voted.
Favorite anime movie. You said Wild Robot, right?
Wild Robot.
I picked...
anything but Mufasa.
Oh, I picked Wild Robot too. Okay, let's go with that. We're going for an Oscar for that one. Favorite female sports star, I went Coco Gauff for the tennis. But who'd you pick?
I didn't pick any of them.
Really? Not even Caitlin Clark?
I'm not picking Caitlin Clark, no.
Oh, your brother's going to be angry at you.
Alex Morgan. I would say Alex Morgan.
Okay. I picked Coco Gauff. Tennis, guys. Play tennis. Favorite female TV star, I picked Miley J. This girl from Bunked. Again, I don't know any of them, so I'll just pick whatever. Favorite male TV star, I went for Jude Law.
Solo, because Miguel from Cobra Kai.
Wait, who?
Miguel Diaz from Cobra Kai.
Oh, okay, Solo. I picked Jude Law. Skeleton Crew is a good show. Male sports star, I went Shohei Ohtani. Go baseball, go Dodgers, by the way.
Excuse me, sir. You mean to tell me you're voting against my boy Steph Curry?
Yes.
Are you serious?
Yes.
Do you have a death wish? You're really going against the GOAT Steph Curry himself?
Sorry, but there is a GOAT in baseball. That's Shohei Ohtani.
There's a GOAT in basketball. That's called Steph Curry, good sir.
Yeah,
what are you doing?
There's also another GOAT in football called Patrick Mahomes, and I don't want to vote for him.
Yeah, it's like, you're really going to vote against Steph Curry right next to me, man?
Yes.
Why?
I mean, I'm not a Warriors fan. I'm about to slowly be a Dodgers fan. Shohei Ohtani is my vote. Male artist, I went Kendrick Lamar.
Do not vote for the other guy.
Female breakout artist, I went for Sabrina Carpenter. Although to be fair, you see Lisa, Rose, and Jenny. All of them are from Blackpink. They split, but they're technically still a group. They're just doing singles together.
So it's a Blackpink battle.
Not really a battle. It's more of like they want to do their own single routes.
I mean, in this case.
It's like what they did with the Pussycat Dolls with Nicole Scherzinger. Like she went separately with the Pussycat Dolls.
I see.
Yeah. Favorite movie actor, I went Jim Carrey. I went Jim Carrey. It's talking about Chris Pratt.
No, Jim Carrey.
Favorite male creator, I went Keith Lee. Keith Lee is pretty good. Favorite song, I went Abracadabra by Lady Gaga. Did you for anything?
Abracadabra.
Yeah, I went with that one.
Especially when she performed in Netflix to Dumb, that song.
So you went with Abracadabra too?
Yeah.
Okay. Favorite butt kicker, I went with
Jeff Buck. Not just kidding.
No, I'm not picking him. Even Emma Myers got nominated. Are you serious?
I'm gonna say Sebastian Stan because
Yeah.
I really like Thunderbolts. Didn't care for
I
Breaking
go
the
Call
World.
Control. I'm gonna vote Call Control for this one. Just because I didn't expect Descendants to actually be a part of this, but Call Control was pretty good in Descendants. Favorite male breakout artist, I vote Leon Thomas. He's doing a great job, by the way, ever since leaving Victorious. So now he's getting popular again. Good, Leon. Be like Ariana Grande, right? Favorite album, I went
Squabble Up.
Yeah,
The song, the album that contains Squabble Up, right there.
GNX. Okay,
GNX.
I went
Let's go
Mayhem.
GNX.
I'm gonna go Mayhem actually. With that Lady Gaga's doing pretty well. I'm liking Lady Gaga right now. Favorite female artist, I went with.
I'll go with Lady Gaga.
I'm surprised that Sabrina Carpenter's not in here, but I went Lady Gaga.
Yeah, I know you're not going for Taylor Swift because reasons.
Yes. Favorite global music star, I went with Stray Kids. Listen to them, by the way, they're amazing. Next up, favorite kids creator. I don't care about the kids creator, so I just went with whatever. Sure, Kids Diana show. Favorite song from a movie. I said Defying Gravity. What did you pick?
Define Gravity.
Defying Gravity. You didn't want to run it with Jelly Roll?
Wicked is where the music slaps.
Yeah, if kids know Wicked.
Define Gravity.
Yeah, if kids know Wicked, that's the thing. Favorite male animated voice from a movie. I said Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves is Shadow.
No. So you went Keanu Reeves. I want to go Ben Schwartz this time.
Oh, you want to go with a different Hedgehog?
Yeah, I mean, like, they both are really good voice acting stuff.
Keanu Reeves, though, man.
Okay, favorite cartoon. Oh, here we
Loud
come.
House.
Here comes our big one right here.
Gee, I wonder who's gonna win.
I don't know, but I'm pretty sure this one's gonna win anyway. So, but
still, though, we got to put our vote out.
Are you surprised there's an anime that actually got voted for favorite cartoon?
It's actually a first. It's the first time we've seen a Japanese anime that is nominated for Kids' Choice
no,
Awards.
it's not the first. It's not the first. Pokemon also got nominated like a long time ago.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, so, but it was a long time ago. It's like, but ever since then, there hasn't been an anime that was nominated till now, since Pokemon.
I again, fact checkers, come out there and let us know because I think there might be other animes that got voted before.
Yeah.
But yes. I voted Dragon Ball Daima. Whoops. Sorry. No. I was supposed to vote Loud House, guys. I'm sorry. I voted Dragon Ball Daima. I think it was a mistake. My bad.
Way to go, bro.
No.
Why?
I can't vote back. Can I go back? I can't go back. Wow.
What a fail. Then again, I'd rather Dragon Ball than SpongeBob.
Yeah,
so.
look, I didn't pick the yellow guy, okay? I'm pretty sure he's going to win anyway. Who cares about this stupid category?
Yeah, that's why I don't even, like I said, they're illegitimate.
Okay, nonetheless, look, I was going to vote Loud House, okay? But either way, I think it's going to lose to SpongeBob.
Yeah, it has a 0.1% chance.
Favorite movie calibration? I actually did Die With a Smile, but I'm going to go Apatsu, which is Rose and Bruno Mars. I'm going to vote for that one. Favorite kids TV show? Really Loud House.
How about none of them?
You didn't pick any of them?
None of them.
I vote Really Loud House on that one. And then favorite music group? You said
Imagine Dragons.
You said Imagine Dragons. I say Stray Kids. Oh, so I picked Twice because Twice got nominated for this one.
Arcane Bias.
Yes, but yes, that is pretty much our KCAs, by the way. So
that's our KCAs. I personally don't care which one wins, as I consider KCAs to be illegitimate when it comes to voting. But there are a few that I do care about. First off, I want Loud House to win. Second off, I want Super Mario Party Jamboree to win.
Nah, it's gonna be Fortnite.
Third of all, I want Wild Robot to win. So those are what I care about.
Yeah, Wicked, Wild Robot, Fortnite. Loud House. That's mostly all the things I'm voting for. Because everything else, I was just like, I don't give a care anymore. But yeah, anything else to bring up for this topic?
Yeah. So, if there's something to take away from the KCAs, is that I might check out about 3 or 5 minutes just to see how it is to see if the kids love it.
I'm gonna watch it.
I'm not going to watch it thoroughly, but just out of curiosity, I'm going to see how, let's say, Kel Mitchell does, for example. I'll be curious to see
I'm assuming there's going to be like a highlight video on YouTube for it.
I'm also curious to see if Jack Black is going to see any Minecraft movie quotes. Is he going to quote Minecraft movie in his actual award ceremony? Are we going to hear Jack Black say Flint and Steel on Nickelodeon?
He's gonna win an award. I heard he's gonna win like a legendary award or something. Yeah.
Because Jack Black himself is quite legendary. Not the movie that he played, not Minecraft movie, but Jack Black himself is a legend.
Jack Black is a great actor. Again, why did he star in the Minecraft movie? That's a really bad. Again, again, if it wasn't for a bad movie, I would be playing Fortnite, not Minecraft right now. But it gave me a bad taste in my mouth. So
yeah, I never played any Minecraft. I don't care to. I don't like the Minecraft movie either, but I'm going to say this right now. Chicken Jockey is adorable. Deadly yet adorable.
That's why I say it. I hate watching this now.
I hate it, but there are a few parts where I'm just like, you can't help but laugh at it.
Yeah, KC Ace is actually happening this Saturday, June 21st. If you care to watch the KC Ace, go watch on Nickelodeon. Please let me know who wins. I'm pretty sure a Little Yellow Sponge will win Best Favorite Cartoon again.
Yeah.
If
out
of a surprise that Loud House wins, you know where to find us. Tag us at the fan page of the Loud House.
If Loud House does miraculously win, we're going to dedicate an entire episode to that.
And I'm just hoping Nickelodeon actually does something about Loud House. I have been waiting months for a new episode to air on the platform. I'm looking through leaks now for the Loud House now.
Latin America is getting new episodes before United States of America is.
Yeah, I even got the Europe trip yet. I haven't seen the Europe trip yet, so...
Exactly. So something tells me we have no choice but to watch the leaked episodes.
Yeah, that's the thing.
And I'm not even in favor of that.
Yeah, I can't really... I don't like it, but I have to, because it's more for me to actually watch Loud House episodes.
But hey, there's always Wild Pack.
There's Wild Pack too. Yeah, that's doing pretty well. Again, we won't discuss this because we got our main subject to discuss now. Mm-hmm. All right. So yeah, let's head over to our main subject tonight and actually talk about the recent Annecy 2025 Festival. Annecy just came by last week. 7 days full of big announcements from big companies like Disney, Warner Brothers, Netflix, Adult Swim. You could say pretty much all the rest. I'm surprised that some networks weren't there in Annecy. I don't think Nickelodeon was there. And a couple of other animation stuff were happening here and there. Nonetheless, Annecy was a really great festival with a lot of big announcements for the big companies. As we go through every news that we saw, I mean, what stood you out the most when it comes to Annecy Festival announcements?
What stood me out in terms of Annecy Festival was all the announcements of Cartoon Network and Adult Swim, especially given its 25th anniversary that we're going to be talking about later on. But needless to say, there's been a hell of a whole lot of good announcements that come out of Warner Brothers, Cartoon Network, and Adult Swim. But there's been some eye-openers in Disney and Pixar as well.
Oops. Oh, hold up for a sec. Let me just get this out of the way. All I know is that Disney really did well. There's a lot of big announcements for Disney. Pixar have like a little bit of announcements that are looking great, but I think the big thing that came out of it was Warner Brothers. Like, they are really relying on animation right now for Warner Brothers, considering what we're going to be discussing tonight. Like, I'm seeing a trend of what Cartoon Network is going to be doing. But there's also some good news and bad news when it comes to that. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Yeah, so we're going to delve into each and every big studio and what they have to bring to the table.
Yeah, just a heads up, for those who are watching on stream, you're going to be watching this window right now because we're going to be going through everything that's happening here. All right, so the first thing we want to discuss is what's happening over at Disney. And the first person we want to bring up is this man named Ron Clements.
Yes.
Ron Clements, during the Disney presentation, which includes footage of upcoming Zootopia 2, of the upcoming... Sorry, I'm getting my words mixed up because of this. Ron Clements, known as the co-director of many beloved Disney animated classics such as The Great Mouse Detective, Little Mermaid, Aladdin, Princess of the Frog, was honored on stage as an induction to the Annecy Walk of Fame. But then it is announced in this particular Annecy that he's actually going out of retirement and actually becoming an advisor for animators in the Walt Disney Animation Company. How proud of you about Ron Clements in this iconic moment and the fact that he's back from retirement?
I'm going to say this right now. As someone who is not only a Disney legend, but also one of the greatest legends in animation, this great honor of Ron Clements was very well deserved. He's been a prominent name and figure in the Walt Disney animation world, especially with him alongside John Musker. They were a great tag team duo. And based on like how hard he has worked throughout the years in Disney, this has been a long time coming for him. And I like the new role he's going to play when he comes back to Walt Disney, because it's him being a mentor to the future animators, the future Ron Clements of the world.
So my thing that I'm hearing about this is because Ron Clements made these amazing animated films like Little Mermaid and Aladdin, Princess and the Frog. Are we looking back into making animation again for Disney? Because now because like if he's making these originals, something tells me like the next original will be advised by him and made by the next creator of with someone inside Walt Disney Animation.
And I think that's what gives me gives me bigger hope for Disney's future, is that with Ron Clements mentoring the youth that is interested in the Disney internships, something tells me that with his help, there'll be great Walt Disney Animation Studio movies to come in the future, hopefully.
Yeah. My thing with the roles that's happening at Disney, I'm seeing more sequels come up, which kind of tells me the creativity of Disney at the moment is really lacking. Like, there's no original animated feature coming out. I'm seeing Zootopia 2. I'm seeing Moana 3. What's next? Toy Story 5. Look, Walt Disney Animation has just been based off sequels. Frozen 3 is currently being made right now. So I'm saying, like, there has to be somebody in Walt Disney Animation that needs to take a stand. Thankfully, Ron Clements is actually going to be there to give some advice to what the next, original project that Walt Disney Animation is going to work on, Because, like, we have been in a rut for Walt Disney Animation. And thankfully, there's I'm seeing the movement. I'm seeing the movement of just, like, more, like, old folks that worked on, like, Disney Renaissance and pieces come back to help out Walt Disney Animation. Thankfully, I think we're kind of going on the right track for Disney Animation here.
Hot take, but I think Ron Clements would make for a much better CEO than Bob Iger nowadays.
Y'all think he can actually make the CEO role?
I think he would, because...
Is he a businessman?
Like, he's more animation-oriented than business-oriented, but... But based on Ron Clements and how he admires animation, how he views it.
My issue is, like, if you're going to become a CEO, you have to get, like, former CEO experience and stuff. He's just an animator. And I'm feeling like, can he actually make good decisions here and there? I'm just thinking, like, an advisor is good. He's also out of retirement. So he might be a very old CEO, honestly.
Yeah, so I think that, but nonetheless, whether or not he becomes CEO in the future, Ron Clements is still going to play a very key important role in the future of Disney Animation.
Yes.
Because of the fact of how after, like, we're currently in the Disney sequel rut, but I have a feeling that after the Disney sequel rut, we'll start seeing more original movies again from the youth that is being trained by Ron Clements.
Yes, that's what I'm saying here. I'm just saying, like, let Ron Clements do what he does and be an advisor for those that are working in animation. Maybe for like a couple of years before, he wants to retire again. Because if he's retired already, he's probably going to retire in the next 5-10 years to say. Like, either way, like, who knows the next successor that's going to come from Ron Clements. There could be somebody in that animation room that's going to be the next person working on the next big animation role, next cartoon that's going to be happening for Disney Animation.
There's always going to be the next Ron Clements. That's a fact, especially when that next Ron Clements is being taught by this Ron Clements himself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Okay. All right, sounds good. So yeah, Ron Clements is going to become an advisor. Who knows? Walt Disney Animation Studios looks to be going in the right direction. We can't wait to hear what the next announcement is when it comes to Walt Disney Animation. The Frozen 3 probably might be coming out, or Zootopia 3. I don't know. Again, we have to wait and see. All right, next up, this next news also came from Disney. This new animated anime called Dragon Striker. It's coming out on Disney and Disney Channel and Disney Plus in 2026. This series talks about a 12-year-old boy named Key who discovered he may be the legendary, quote, Dragon Striker. He joins a team of underdogs to take on the school champions, all the while fighting to stop an ancient evil from resurfacing. Interesting. Also, from the way that the animation looks like, kind of feels very anime-like, don't you think?
Yeah, this is definitely... Dragon Striker is definitely Disney's take on a shonen anime. From its animation art style to its bombastic and free-spirited animation and action to the shonen sports like feel a la Haikyuu and Blue Lock. Like, it definitely gives me those vibes. And it's especially helped that there are some key players that have been involved in My Hero Academia even who are working on this.
Really? They're actually Japanese animators in this?
They're actually... Like I said, there are key players who are involved in My Hero Academia that might be animators or story writers. All I know is that some people who have worked in anime are working on this, which gives me all the green flags.
Again, I'm not surprised about that, but I feel like I'm seeing a trend here where anime companies are coming to Western animation companies to work on a next series to say, because Adult Swim worked with anime companies to make Uzumaki, to make Lazarus. Now is Disney doing the same thing as well? Like getting Disney to come over to Japan and make Dragon Striker all of a sudden?
It might be. And if Dragon Striker turns out to be successful, and that's a big if, it could open doors to Disney taking on even more of their anime products.
My thing is, like, is it as good as Haikyuu? Is it as good as Inazuma 11? Because I'm assuming this is like Inazuma 11, but like with the power of Blue Lock.
Yeah, it reminds me of all those anime, but I will say this to Disney. I hope that they don't compare Dragon Striker. I hope that they say they don't expect Dragon Striker to be the next Haikyuu or anything like that.
No.
Let Dragon Striker be its own thing.
No, it's gonna be for kids too, because like Haikyuu was definitely for like the older audiences. Blue Lock was definitely for the teenagers and above.
If anything,
this is definitely a kids show. I'm assuming it's probably going to be like, they're going to go start off as a team and then go to the championship, the Dragon Striker. Someone's trying to take down the Dragon Striker. Yeah.
If anything, I think that Dragon Striker will serve its purpose as an anime that kids or young teens will say, wow, Dragon Striker is what introduced me to anime. It's what got me to anime in the first place.
Probably anime is currently like a big trend at the moment. I'm going to assume they're probably going to start with like My Hero Academia or Demon Slayer, you know? Mm-hmm. Yeah.
Something along the lines
Dragon Striker.
Or Naruto.
Yeah. And then Bleach. I mean, look, there's a lot of like people that started anime that way. Dragon Striker might be one for like the younger kids for sure. Mm-hmm. Nonetheless, I'm glad that Disney and Disney Channel are actually taking a stance when it comes to actually making anime for themselves. And, you know, they have been licensing anime on Disney Plus, releasing anime to their platform now. And now, why don't you make it original yourself? Like, you have, like, you've been distributing anime from Hulu and Disney Plus at the moment. Like right now you're picking up, like, anime series from Japan and airing it on your platform. So why not make your own original one?
Yeah, so. I still revisit some old anime, like say for example Bleach on Disney Plus. You never expected to watch Bleach on Disney Plus of all things.
Yeah.
And so I think that since Disney Plus already has enough anime under the belt, especially Hulu, why not go with this?
I mean, if Adult Swim can do it, why not Disney?
Yeah.
Right?
Exactly. And it might even open doors to more big name studios taking in more anime for themselves.
Maybe Nickelodeon just watch make their own original anime. Oh, they did Avatar?
No, that doesn't count. But yeah, no. Watch Nickelodeon actually, produce and make a legit Japanese anime. That'd be something.
That could probably be something. Next news that we have from Disney Channel, it is actually relating towards Miraculous, because there's another show in the works, not really in the works, but they currently have it out right now, and that show is Miraculous Ladybug. So this is named Miraculous Stellar Force. The series follows the 12 students that are in Miraculous, who discover that they're the guardians of the Stellar Matrix, which is an ancient cosmic weapon. Of course, the series is basically directed on the prominent Miraculous Ladybug, the director himself, Thomas Astruc, which is already a green flag. Miraculous Ladybug has been on for many years. How interested are you in Miraculous Ladybug, and how excited are you about this series?
I'm a bit of a hot take, bit of a confession. I haven't seen much of Miraculous Ladybug. I've seen a few episodes here and there. I was entertained, but I didn't find myself watching the whole thing. But I do acknowledge how popular it is. Like, I have online friends who do watch Miraculous Ladybug, and you know what? More power to them. I'm glad that they enjoyed it. But for me, my history of Miraculous Ladybug is next to nil. However, when I look at Miraculous Stellar Force, I think that the poster looks gorgeous. It looks cute.
Yeah, my thing for Miraculous Stellar Force is Miraculous characters going to be in it? I'm only seeing Marinette. Where's Cat Noir? Where's her friends? Where's Cat Noir's friends? Where's Adrian's friends? I only see Marinette and that other girl, because they both look like they're from they look like Miraculous and stuff.
I'm surprised Cat Noir wasn't in the poster along with Marinette.
Yeah, because from the way I'm seeing it, there's just a bunch of students. Like, there are a bunch of students that have the Stellar Force or something. Again, this is all new, because they have Kwame, which is those little guys that are on Marionette and that girl. I'm sorry, I haven't continued with the series. I don't know who the girl's on the right is. Okay, but no, I mean, My History of Miraculous, I remember watching it on Nickelodeon. It was on Nickelodeon first before it went to Disney, and then right now Disney Channel is doing really well at Disney Channel. Or even like Miraculous has just been a really huge franchise. Even on they even have like a new movie on Netflix as well. I'm just saying, Miraculous is doing a pretty good job, and I never expected an anime out of this. So whenever I heard this announcement, I'm thinking like, okay, maybe I should go back into watching Miraculous and actually watch this Stellar Force one, because these are new characters, these are new adventures with these characters, and who knows what this is gonna be. I have a feeling it's kind of mech-like, because it's kind of like Voltron. I don't know if you remember Voltron, but there's like many members in Voltron to work together in order for them to
was mech, yeah.
Yeah, in order for them to actually, fight evil or whatever Gundams are going on,
Yeah, there are a few mecha anime that I consider some of my top favorites to this day. So I think that even though I haven't watched much of Miraculous, this might actually be my legit introduction to the Miraculous verse.
It's reminding me for sure about Voltron for some reason. Like you have all these students. It reminds me of Gundam. Like you have all these students and they all have their Gundams or something like that.
Evangelion. Can
they actually pilot themselves? I don't know. I don't think it's gonna be as tragic as Evangelion. Dude.
Oh, not nearly as much.
Yeah, that's why I'm saying Gundam might be like the relative one here. But no, I mean, I saw mechs. I even see a Miraculous mech on the poster as well. I mean, kind of says like it's gonna be something mechy.
I would say this: Miraculous Ladybug is a prominently popular series, and anime itself is popular all around. So this is the best of both worlds. Mm-hmm. I feel like this is something that both Miraculous fans and anime fans, or fans of both, can definitely get themselves into day one.
This definitely feels like something Avatar-like, honestly, but it's not Avatar. But either way, I'm excited for this. I can't believe Miraculous is going to take a turn like this, making something an anime now. So yeah, I'm excited to see how this goes. Miraculous Stellar Force is going to be really great for the future of Disney for sure.
Yeah, this might be my Miraculous show. Yeah.
All right, and last but not least, I think some of you already know that we're going to be discussing this particular subject, and that is the Chibiverse. Chibiverse actually is going to have a brand new season. Season 4 will be coming out. Some changes that are going to be happening for Chibiverse. We're going to have more episodes than the usual 4 episodes that we get every season. The Chibi characters are going to be coming back. And it's going to be the same format as Season 3, where you get to see mini episodes. So, again, more mix-ups could happen. More crossover things could happen here and there. I'm just saying, I'm excited for this. And the fact that we're going to have, like, possibly 12 episodes for Chibiverse. I'm happy. I'm absolutely happy about this.
I'm happy about this, and especially I like how the newer episodes are structured from season 3 onwards. It's no longer just Chibi Short after Chibi Short after Chibi Short in the first 2 seasons. Mm-hmm. They actually decided to take a new direction with how they structure the episodes.
I think they knew after like the segments happen, where like you get to see Molly and Tilly working together, where you get to see Penny and Molly working together. I'm just saying, like, after all those small little segments, they should start making like a season where all of them are going to be all together and doing crossover stuff here and there.
Yeah, and who knows what sort of wacky shenanigans these crossover characters they'll definitely get into. Like, let's say, are we going to have a Helen and Scrooge McDuck crossover?
Yeah.
That's a good one. Are we going to get a Hop Pop and Bill Green crossover? Yeah. After all, they are these strict father figures of troublemaking boys. Mm-hmm.
I have to say this: there have been some characters that have been chibi-fied, but have never actually been to the Chibiverse yet. Your favorite girl from Greek City Greens has never been to the Chibiverse yet, apparently.
She's only been in the Chibi Tiny Tales.
Yeah, Tiny Tales, but it's not the Chibiverse. So Gloria Sato has never been to the Chibiverse.
Chibiverse, you know what to do. You know what to do. Come on.
That's why I had to bring it up. It's like Gloria's noted it. Ooh.
Yeah, and also
bring Libby. Andrea did appear in one of the season 3 episodes, but I'm just saying, bring those characters back.
Also, bring Lilo and Stitch into the Chibiverse because they have their own series.
Okay, true, Disney TVA, but would the Little Mermaid be the same thing? Aladdin too, because they're Disney TVA shows as well.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Is that you got to bring back, characters that had their own shows.
But then they had their own movies. Maybe that's the reason why they're not there.
Or I don't know, because there was an idea in which we were asking what happened to the rejected chibi characters, like the ones with David Barbarian.
Yeah, they got brought up, but
they got brought up.
But then Lilo and Stitch wasn't a part of that.
But I'm saying that they expanded upon the Chibiverse in season 3. They could expand upon it even more in season 4.
Oh, who knows? There could be another underverse or something where all the Disney classics come back to the show.
See, that's exactly what I mean. Is that we already had an underverse, but what about the underverse that's below underverse? We want to see that happen.
I don't know. That could be funny though. Yeah. I am still waiting for my replacements. Where is Todd Daring? Where's Riley Daring? Can you bring them back? You already brought Jake Long back. Why don't you bring any of the Darings back? Come on. Dave the Barbarian. The only Dave the Barbarian person that was there was the freaking sword.
It was the sword.
Not even any of the characters.
It wasn't even Dave himself. We only see Dave in Chibiverse.
Yeah.
Oh, you know what? Brandy and Mr. Whiskers.
Yeah, they did come back.
They did come back.
Yes, they did come back. Maggie from the Buzz on Maggie came back. Even the freaking Gummy Bears came back.
It was, and while it was miraculous to see the underappreciated, underrated Disney Channel characters come back, I feel like we want more of that. I don't know. We've been spoiled by that Underverse episode.
Yeah, I can't wait. I just love the fact that we're getting more episodes than 4 because, again, I was waiting for more Chibiverse episodes to come out. And unfortunately, that's the last episode that came out where we get to see Mabel hang out with a robot, where we get to see Darcy again, disgusting. And we also get to see Haley back. Haley, you're on it. Woo!
Haley is back.
And I'm hoping Haley's back on the new season.
I know. Even though her show got canceled, Disney Channel, Chibiverse still acknowledges that Haley is a character.
Yes, so thankfully Haley's back. I really hope so.
So Haley's on it in Chibiverse.
Yeah, I really hope.
Not in her show.
Also, like the fact Star vs. Force People was back. Gravity Falls. I mean, Dipper needs to come back. I mean, I haven't seen Dipper at all in the new Chibiverse episodes. So
yeah, it makes you wonder, Mabel, where's your twin Dipper?
You've seen Mabel. You see Mabel more than Dipper for sure.
Because Disney knows that Mabel's better twin.
No, Dipper is always the best twin. Oh my god, are we doing the debate like we did last week?
I'm just saying, Chibiverse, where's Dipper? Where he's nowhere to be found.
I don't know. One thing that will come out from this new Chibiverse is the fact that the newer shows are also going to be coming up for this for the new season's Chibiverse, which means Stugo will be Chibified now.
I'm happy about Stugo being Chibified because Stugo is filled with a wide variety of diverse and different sorts of campers. Like these 6 or 7 characters that are prominent in Stugo have their own personality, so they can work well with other Disney characters.
It would be a lot funny if we had to see like Dr. Lula hang out with one of the DuckTales folks,
Or better yet, Dr. Lula hang out with Grunkle Stan as the sleazy guardians.
I wonder how Francis will go with Pliny. Definitely would be a Mabel type character. So have those two hang out. Just watch. Or have Molly hang out with Pliny. I'm pretty sure they'll be excited about that.
Yeah, or have
Sasha hanging out with Marion.
Sasha hang out with Marion. That'd be something.
I know, you made me so many ideas. I'm just saying I love Chibiverse at the moment, and I'm so happy we get a new season for Chibiverse. Oh my god.
I am too, especially when you're bringing the Stugo characters into the mix. It makes you wonder what other Disney characters are going to be thrown into the mix in season 4.
Yeah, I really can't wait either. Either way, Chibiverse is coming out. Who knows when? It is season 4, so let them cook. It might be coming out in 2026. Again, we don't know the exact date, but I'm just happy we have a new season of Chibiverse.
Yeah, Chibiverse is a show that we've been fans of since the beginning, but especially season 3 with this new episode structure, we love Chibiverse even more. So I'm glad we're doing it.
So that's pretty much all from Disney Channel and Disney TVA. Were you surprised that we didn't get any announcement for like a new season of Primos or a new season of Stugo? Yeah,
it's like I'm half surprised, but then at the same time, not really, because how when it comes to Disney Channel and how they treat their shows, they treat some really well, while others not so much. Look at, say, Gravity Falls, Amphibia versus Haley's on It or Owl House, for example.
Well, the recent ones definitely didn't really go well with Haley's on It getting cut so fast. So
yeah, exactly. At least Owl House got an epic conclusion, whereas Haley's on It was left on a cliffhanger.
Yeah, we know about that. All right, so that ends our Disney Channel Disney segment here. Let's go to another part of Disney, and that's the Pixar segment. Let's talk about Toy Story 5, because we had some big news about Toy Story 5. So we now have the news about the villain, and it's going to be a tablet, electronic tablet. So the whole story was pretty much laid out there when we went to D23 that Toy Story 5 was going to be about toys versus technology. knowing the fact that a villain was going to be a tablet, what's your surprise, your first impressions when you saw one of the villains that is going to be in Toy Story 5?
So my first impressions are, oh wow, they're really hammering in the toys versus technology subplot by having a tablet as the villain. Very clever.
Didn't we see a preview one on D23? We get to see a picture of a kid who's under the sheets with an iPad, looking at an iPad.
That is true, and but I will say though, I'm not looking forward to Toy Story 5 still, but the toys versus tech plot is what interests me because of the fact of how it mirrors the current generation we live in which kids are currently playing with their iPads and tablets instead of toys. So I do like that.
I was wondering, have you ever seen kids with their parents right now? They are looking at iPads, they are looking at phones. So I'm thinking Toy Story 5 did have the people who worked on Toy Story 5 had a great idea here.
They did, but they're either going to execute it really well or it's going to be, as bad as Toy Story 4.
Wondering how the toys are going to do with technology, destroy or I don't know.
Yeah, I'm wondering what they're going to do with this tablet toy, this frog tablet that we see here. Which kind of angle are they going to go with in terms of writing a villain? Are they going to go the Lotso route in which they had her be bad from start to finish? No, not start to finish, but more like a twist villain that ended up being ruthless by the end. Or could they go the Toy Story 4 Gabby route, which to make her sympathetic?
Do y'all think the toys are going to break the tablet? Just watch, and then you'll see Bonnie just tear up. Ooh, and then the
toys feel bad and slowly try their best to fix the tablet.
Yeah, I feel like that's the story it's gonna be.
Yeah, I'm honestly, the fact that you see this story come from a mile away, the fact that you can easily predict it is, what kind of dampers down the excitement of Toy Story 5. It's just, I'm sorry, but did we need a Toy Story 5? We didn't need a Toy Story 4.
We didn't need a Toy Story 4 at all. But again, they just wanted to keep on going with this Toy Story franchise. But
just why? Why Toy Story? You're supposed to be better than Ice Age and Hotel Transylvania in terms of when to end.
Yeah, well, unfortunately, we have Toy Story 5, and they're currently working on it at the moment. And this is pretty much the subplot. It is going to be toys versus technology. More news about Toy Story 5, though. As you see in the picture that we have on screen, Jessie is now the leader of Bonnie's Toys. Again, I won't spoil. Again, spoilers. I'm pretty sure everybody watched Toy Story 4, but Woody did leave the group. Jessie's now the leader, and it's good to know that the original voice actress, Joan Cusack, is going to be back voicing Jessie. So, how do you feel about that? Because I know Joan is currently in her 60s, voicing Jessie again.
I feel like if she's so no disrespect to the actress, but I feel like after Toy Story 5, it should be no more. No Toy Story 6, because Joan Cusack deserves a good retirement. And also, I have nothing against Jessie at all in this.
Jessie's a great character.
I don't think, but in terms of being a character, she's so much fun. But in terms of being a leader, I don't think she'll hold the candle to Woody. I'm sorry, but I just don't. Because Woody was the definition of a leader from start to finish.
Well, to be fair, Woody will come back. I mean, they even Tom Hanks is put in the cast, so Woody will come back.
So the point of Toy Story 4 was? I'm sorry. You mean to tell me that you had to say goodbye to Woody in the end of Toy Story 4 only for him to bring it back? It's just why? Why?
I don't know. Bo Peep went back to the circus, and then Woody went back to the circus.
Woody was living a good life in the carnival with Bo Peep, but now they want it back. It's just, what's the point? Except for the fact that you wouldn't need to bring back Bo Peep because you didn't want her in the incinerator scene in Toy Story 3 because she might melt.
I don't know.
I'm sorry, but that is a huge mess. That is just that's so convoluted.
Oh my god! I know how kind of crazy when it comes to the new Toy Story movie, but yeah, Toy Story 5 is going to be a real thing. It will have the original voice actress of Jessie. You also didn't know that Conan O'Brien is also casted, right?
Conan O'Brien is casted as Toy Story 5, but the question is, as who? As which character?
He could be one of the tablets.
Could be. So we won't delve into Conan O'Brien being casted until much later on when he gets to be voiced as a legitimate character. But I'm going to say this right now. Conan O'Brien is legitimately funny. I'm a fan of his comedy, but I don't think even he will salvage the movie on the match.
You have Tom Hanks, you have Tim Allen, you have John Cusack, you have so many great voice actors in this movie, kind of reprising the roles and everything. And then you have guest stars. I mean, Keanu Reeves was in 4. You have Jordan Peele
as Duke Kaboom.
You have Jordan Peele and Keegan-Michael Key in there too.
Same thing with Toy Story 4. Keanu Reeves, Jordan Peele, Key and Peele, they're all great talents, not even they could say Toy Story 4. So that should tell you something.
Okay, well, we'll see how Conan O'Brien will do in Toy Story 5. But nonetheless, that's all the Toy Story 5 news that we've got. We also do want to give a highlight to this movie that is also coming out called Gato. So Pixar actually previewed the next movie that they're going to be coming out, and it's called Gato. The movie will be directed by Enrico Casarosa, who was director of Luca. The movie's going to be about a black cat in Venice with a love of music who is shunned by locals due to superstitions. Movie's going to come out in summer 2027. So this looks like a pretty good idea from the way I'm seeing it. Like, kind of reminds me of like how an underdog starts to become good, like Ratatouille, how a rat can cook. So like how a black cat can be lucky, not unlucky.
And plus, there's some Coco into the mix because you have a protagonist who loves music.
Yeah. Also, this kind of reminds me of what's that one? It kind of reminds me of Luck, but better. You know, I don't know if you guys remember the Skydance film Luck, but I heard that was a total bust.
Yeah, it doesn't help that you know who was in charge of it.
Yes, and sorry, David Tennant, I love you, but you did a really good job of that. You really did a bad job of that movie.
Yeah, David Tennant's supposed to be better than that.
Yeah. Well, he's not in this movie, but I'm just saying, like, this is another kind of resemblance of like that, where like a black cat is a bad luck thing, and she's trying to prove that they're not bad luck at all.
It's pretty ironic considering how John Lasseter used to be the head of Pixar, and now here comes Pixar saying, here's our version of Luck but better. I find it to be quite ironic.
Yeah. So the idea of it is out there. It is coming out in a couple of years, 2 years for now. How do you like the idea of the Gato movie?
I'm gonna say this right now. This is a Pixar film that I am definitely hyped for, unlike Toy Story 5. Like, this is my Pixar movie. And it helps that Venice looks absolutely beautiful. Like, if you look at the landscape of Venice, from the building to the river, oh my God, it is just breathtaking. It makes you want to go to Venice. And not only that, but it also helps that, coincidentally enough, like, this is the director of Luca, who is Enrico Casarosa. Now, coincidentally, Luca takes place in Italy, and it was directed by him. So I love that, you know, Enrico Casarosa is an Italian Pixar director. He's directing Pixar movies that take place in Italy. I find it to be very fascinating.
Yeah, I don't know about him and his like Italian role set here, but he loves to do those kind of movies. I do like this idea that Pixar's going when it comes to Gato. It feels like something that they always would do when it comes to animals, try to be like underdogs, try to make sure, like, try to see like humans, hey, don't think of cats this way. Think of cats like a cat, not a black cat, which is very unlucky or all, you know?
Yeah, exactly. So I think that Gato is gonna have a nice blend of the way that black cats are stereotypically looked at versus, and also it's gonna be a blend of the underdog story along the lines of Ratatouille. Plus, there's a mixture of the love and appreciation for music that is a la Coco as well. So it's a nice combination of many Pixar properties.
When you say a la Coco, do you mean like...
Similar to Coco, Gato is going to embrace the love of the art of music.
Yeah, so the Italian music will be setting out there. But yeah, that's all the Pixar news that we've got. I do have to say this. Pixar is kind of looking back into like their old formula of movies, because besides the Toy Story 5 sequel, they're kind of going back into originality, because you got Elio coming out this year, you've got Hoppers coming out next year, and now Gato coming out 2 years later. Those are not sequels, they're originals.
Which I'm glad, because we want more original content from both Pixar and Disney, which is why I am urging you all to go support Elio and go see it in theaters, because not only does Elio look great, but we need more original content from Pixar and Disney.
Look, we can't just be all about sequels. Look, we went through Inside Out 2. Yeah, that was great. We look at Elemental. That was good. Pixar is kind of like in a role right now where like, forget the sequels. Let's continue on with your original ideas. And they're looking great with Elio, and might be trending up with like Hoppers. Who knows how that movie's gonna go? Plus with the Gato movie that's got announced.
The only future Pixar sequel that I will ever accept is Inside Out 3, and that's it.
Oh, and Incredibles 3.
Incredibles 3, we'll see how it goes. Is it going to be as good as the first or as mediocre as the second? Let's see. I hope it steers more towards the good.
Well, here's the thing. Like, they're going to be trending. They're going to be trending when it comes to originality and sequels. And to be fair, I think the sequels need to get more attention than the sequel. The originals need to get more attention than sequels. Yes. Yeah.
Exactly.
So hopefully Pixar got the right formula, and maybe we might be on the right track of Pixar going back up again, right?
Yeah, hopefully.
All right, so that's pretty much all of our news when it comes to Disney and Pixar. Let's go to Warner Brothers and actually discuss their brand new news. Let's discuss one of their new animated shows called Get Jiro. So it's based off the Anthony Bourdain graphic. Anthony Bourdain made a graphic novel.
Yeah, I actually didn't know that it was a graphic novel until I saw the announcement.
Also, rest in peace, Anthony Bourdain. But what?
Yeah, like I said, I didn't know about Get Jiro at all until this exact project.
Well, first off, you said Anthony Bourdain. Anthony Bourdain is a well-known person. Like, he tours around the world eating food and looking at the locals. I don't know if you watched this show.
I haven't watched this show. I didn't even know he had a graphic novel.
Yeah, I didn't know he had a graphic novel. I was like, yo, what the I didn't realize until now when I saw the note. I'm like, Anthony Bourdain made a graphic novel.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, I didn't know that until now, but apparently it's real, and it looks incredibly badass from what I'm seeing.
Yeah, so this graphic novel is now going to be an Adult Swim animated series. Get Jiro is all about a dystopian LA. It's set in a dystopian LA where master chefs hold such great power, and the story of a sushi chef named Jiro who is driven by revenge and hates when people order the California roll for some reason.
Yeah, because this sushi chef.
So whenever we order California rolls, we get killed like that.
Yeah, so pretty much this is a dystopian future in which, people kill in order to get the first row seat in the sushi place. Yes, it gets that bloody, gets that deadly.
Wow, Adult Swim. Yeah, I'm thinking you're really going graphic on this one.
Yeah, they put the emphasis of adult in Adult Swim because, yeah, it is that intense.
Now, Get Jiro, I mean, I never expected that. I thought it was actually an anime series, but I was like, oh, Anthony Bourdain graphic novel, so this is actually made here in the States.
Yeah. Yeah, so it's about a revenge-driven chef named Jiro, and I'm sure they're going to delve into the reason as to why he wants revenge in the first place, but I'm liking all the elements combined together to make this incredible series. Like, you got the love of sushi because, we love sushi as well, and then also you've got the revenge plot, plus you got the entire environment of dystopian LA, all combined to make for one pharmacy series.
It's definitely one dark series, and the fact that people die making sushi, I'm just like, okay, well, this is a different kind of taste of how sushi is made. But Adult Swim doing a pretty good job with picking this up. But Get Jiro is going to be a new project coming up for Adult Swim,
and we can't wait to see it. I can't wait to see it because this looks something that'd be quite experimental.
Yeah, I can't wait for this one. This is gonna be fun.
Yes.
All right, next up we have Bat Fam. Okay, so Batman, interesting. So
Bat Fam
follows Batman, Alfred, and Damian Wayne as they go through the day-to-day life of the super family. So Batman is, what is he? You have Damian Wayne, who's little Batman. So you have a little kid, and you have the butler, and you have Batman himself.
Yeah, so what it looks to be...
reminds me of Baby Dad, of was it Buddy Daddies for some reason.
So what it looks to be is it's not your typical dark Batman series, like, let's say, Batman the Animated Series, for example. No, this actually steers into the goofy comedy, still action-oriented sort of direction with Batfan because it follows these three as they go through day-to-day life in the superhero crime scenery while trying to bond as a family.
So Batman will do his thing here and there while Alfred tries to take care of Damian Wayne.
It's sort of like... because I'm especially excited for Damian Wayne because he's Bruce Wayne's son. So I'd like to see Bruce Wayne take on the role of the biological father figure because we know that he's a father figure to Robin, especially Dick Grayson and Jason Todd. But what if he had his own biological son?
Well, good question, actually. And to be fair, if he had a biological son, and it's got to be Damian Wayne.
Yeah.
Interesting.
I kind of want to see Dick Grayson, aka Nightwing, or Jason Todd as Red Hood, make an appearance in Batfam as the antagonist or somewhat. Especially Red Hood, because Red Hood is a Batman antagonist. But with Nightwing, though, I have a feeling he might be an ally somewhat.
That's what I was thinking, because I know I know Nightwing is an ally to Batman. He definitely is an aid to him.
And I have a feeling that Nightwing could serve a purpose as Damian Wayne's friend/rival, kind of like a friendly rival in a sense.
So I'm assuming this might be a little bit of a comedy when it comes to Batfam. I don't really know about Very Little Batman. I haven't seen it, so
I haven't seen it either, but I know the direction they're going to take, and I need to see footage.
So this is kind of more of a
Batman.
comedy at the moment, right? When it comes to this show.
Yeah, and it makes me curious how they're going to tackle the comedy. I do hope they tackle the comedy well in Batfam, because I know that's the direction they're going to take.
Okay. Well, Batfam will be coming out really soon. DC Studios is currently working on it at the moment, so we'll see how this goes.
Yeah.
All right, last but not least, let's talk about Mr. Miracle. So, Mr. Miracle is a new adult animated series from both Animation and DC Studios. The series follows, will tell the odyssey of a main character named Scott Free, aka Mr. Miracle, the greatest escape artist who ever lived, but can he pull off the ultimate trick, escaping death itself? So I looked at the synopsis about Mr. Miracle. It's about his life and his wife trying to deal with like being a magician and trying to be a superhero when it comes to it as well. Mm-hmm. This is also made by James Gunn and his company, so it's going to be part of the DC universe here. What are your thoughts on the Mr. Miracle project here?
I never heard of Mr. Miracle up until recently. Like, this is the first time I've heard of Mr. Miracle as a DC product. And I think that what I like about DC Studios is that they're taking on animated series based off of characters that aren't as big as Superman, Batman, or Wonder Woman.
Yeah, they've already done Harley Quinn and Poison Ivy. They've already done...
Actually, the example I was about to bring up is Creature Commandos.
Yeah, Creature Commandos is one of them, too. There was also that one that's also like a spin-off of Harley Quinn. What was that one again? Kite Man? Kite Man, yeah.
So I like that DC Studios is introducing us to more DC characters and seeing what makes them tick and all, and why they're prominent in the comics in the first place. Because in a way, since, you know, those that don't read the comics, like, we don't really read DC comics all that much, but we watch cartoons. This could be a good introduction to the characters that have been pre-established for years.
Mm-hmm. Either way, DC, I think, is kind of on a roll when it comes to like their animated projects, and you could thank WB Animation and DC Studios for the animations that they're currently working on. I feel like this is what WB Animation is currently doing at the moment. Like, it's all DC. Most of the projects have mostly been all DC, and there've been like a couple of things here and there that kind of relates to Warner Brothers. Mm-hmm. Again, I guess that's how that is right now for WB. Right?
Yeah, and I like the direction because it's a more experimental direction they're going with their DC properties.
Yeah, because I know that WB is currently in a shithole right now, but their animation company is trying to do their best to like get out of that rut.
I'm not going to say DC's in a shithole because James Gunn is getting them out of the shithole.
No, yeah, that's what I'm saying. They're about to get out of the shithole because of Superman, for example. Yeah. And the next projects that James Gunn is going to work on. I mean, he's working on Wonder Woman right now. So
James Gunn is going to be known as the man who single-handedly saved DC.
Thanks, Zack Snyder. Oof. Terrible.
Hey, don't disrespect to Snyder, but I think James Gunn is going to clean up his mess.
Yes, he probably will, because James Gunn did a really good job with Guardians. I'm assuming he's going to really do well with the
I do
DC
like some
universe.
Snyder movies, though. Man of Steel is an awesome movie still, by the way.
You're going to get a lot of haters today.
I don't care. Man of Steel is a great movie. Come at me.
No.
Will James Gunn's Superman be even better, though?
Oh, yeah.
Possibly.
Oh, yeah. Come on, bro. It's going to be much better.
Yeah. I am hyped for Crypto the Superdog, though.
Yeah. I mean, Crypto's
a good boy. He's going to be the best character in the movie.
Oh, and one of the best players in Fortnite. You could bring down the dog, throw the bone. He's there. Anyways, yeah. So that's my thing about what I saw for the WB animation news. It's just DC. Who knows what like future projects comes up for Warner Brothers? Who knows? Maybe another Looney Tunes, maybe, or something. But they didn't really announce it. So again, it's just all DC for Warner Brothers so far.
Yeah. It's kind of sad though. Like, Looney Tunes is getting shafted when Looney Tunes are the poster children of Warner Brothers. Hello.
Exactly. But yeah. So yeah, that's all what we can talk about when it comes to Warner Brothers Animation. Let's actually head over to something in the subsidiary of Warner Brothers Animation. That's Cartoon Network. Cartoon Network is actually looking to be having a comeback, because then when they went to Annecy, they actually brought in these amazing creators for a 25th anniversary panel. In this panel, there were some iconic creators like J.G. Quintel, Jendy Karakovsky, Craig McCracken, Rebecca Sugar, and a few others, just to pretty much talk about the studio's history, future, and legacy. You already know what happened to Cartoon Network Studios. It has been shut down. So we don't know what's going on with Cartoon Network Studios yet, but it's just great to actually see all those creators who worked on amazing projects for Cartoon Network all attend a panel like this.
Yeah.
I would imagine as a fan who's watching, who's there in Annecy, pretty much rooting for them, saying like, "Yeah, thank you for making our childhood," and all that.
You know for a fact that when all these have met via crossover adventure style, they've been met with thunderous applause and lots of cheers. Like, thank you for making our childhood. Like you said, thank you for Cartoon Network, all the memories.
I mean, I would love to be in a room with all of them. I mean, the fact that they've worked on so many great shows like Adventure Time, Craig of the Creek, what was it? Regular Show, Adventure Time, Steven Universe. Like, they have helped make what Cartoon Network is as of like the 2010s. Like, in the 2010s, you're probably watching Cartoon Network more than Nickelodeon or Disney Channel.
And we thank each and every single one of them for that, because it really is sad what happened to the Cartoon Network studios, but it's still good to see Annecy give them the panel, give them the floor to dedicate their love to this once beloved studio they worked on. And yeah, as a big Cartoon Network fan myself, it just warmed my heart to watch each of them on stage present what made Cartoon Network so special, because it was special to us as kids, especially.
Yeah. So the 25th anniversary panel was just mostly them just, talking about their history and stuff when it comes to Cartoon Network Studios. So I would imagine for those who went to Annecy, your history was pretty much resolved. You're pretty much probably like having a tear saying like, oh man, I remember growing up with Adventure Time and Steven Universe was so great.
Cartoon Network was a huge game changer in how it shaped our view and our tastes in entertainment. It was just one of those stepping stones, and we can't thank Cartoon Network enough for that.
Now, you're thinking that because they're here in Annecy, you're thinking some big news are going to happen when it comes to Cartoon Network, and thankfully we actually do have them, especially when it comes to Rebecca Sugar. You're thinking that the Steven Universe... You're thinking Steven Universe was done, right? Well, you're not. You're wrong. Apparently,
dead wrong.
There's more than future. There actually is something that never got explained, actually, and that actually is this series that got announced called Lars of the Stars.
Lars of the Stars.
So it is true. Lars, we have never got a story about him. He just left Earth, went with his alien friends, and there was nothing after that until we saw him again in future. So what happened? What did he do? What adventures did he go through in space? This is now the reason why we had this series.
Yeah, there is only one episode that dedicated there was only one episode that focused on Space Lars and his adventures with the Misfit Gems. And that was about it, like in Steven Universe. But in terms of this spin-off show, I feel like that's a key missing ingredient to the Steven Universe somewhat, because we rarely see Lars go on these adventures up until the series.
No, exactly. So you're kind of thinking, what happened to Lars? What happened to these gems? Because look, Lars just was out in outer space. Like, he was just doing his adventures again. No explanation about what his adventures were. All I know is that Lars was with Sadie. That was throughout like most of the first couple seasons. Then he left. Sadie then found a new person, and look, Sadie's now living a happy life. Okay, so
yeah, it's just so good to see Lars come this far as a character, especially what we see him in the beginning as this moody jerk to Steven, kind of like this troublesome teenager. Now he's grown ever since Steven resurrected Lars. He's grown into this wild, adventurous, and very compassionate leader of these space pirates. And it makes you think, we want more of that. We want more of this space pirate Lars.
So thankfully, we actually get to hear the stories of what happened to Lars and his space adventures. He'll be hanging out with a couple of misfit gems. This includes a 6-gem fusion named Fluorite, a defective sapphire named Padparasha. What the heck is that name? A fusion of ruby and pearl named Ronadite. So 4 members in general, and this looks to be promising because it's just like them in a spaceship just going through adventures. Again, I can't wait to see how this series goes. One thing about this series, this is actually going to Prime, not Max. What's your thoughts about that?
Much to our surprise. You didn't expect that a Steven Universe show like Lars of the Stars would end up in Prime Video instead of Max. But then again, look at Gumball. It went to Hulu instead of Max.
So I don't know what Max is doing. I'm assuming it's just like, hey, Cartoon Network Studios, we will not hold you anymore. Go somewhere else.
Yeah, and thankfully, each of them managed to find a home, whether it be Gumball with Hulu or Lars of the Stars with Prime. It's just nice to see Cartoon Network properties find their own paths, because it shows that they don't have to be under the Cartoon Network or Warner Brothers belt all the time.
Yeah, well, to be fair, like, it gives them more freedom just because of that. It does think that Cartoon Network kind of kind of in a dying state at the moment. But it's great to hear Cartoon Network Studios continuing to Cartoon Network properties doing their own thing as well. Like, even if they're not in Max, they're at least, still having shows in other platforms. So, which is great. But at the same time, yes, it kind of makes me feel like Cartoon Network is kind of dying in Max, though.
Yeah, this is definitely a telling sign when you see these properties go to non-Cartoon Network studios, non-Cartoon Network homes.
So it's currently in development right now. Again, no release date has been announced yet, but we know the details about Lars of the Stars. That's coming out on Prime. It is going to be Adventures with Lars. So if anything, I'm excited. Steven Universe fans are probably very, very excited about it. Because they're back. They're back, baby.
I know. And for all the flaws that Steven Universe has, for all the stuff that it did right, it did exceptionally well. And I'm hoping Lars of the Stars definitely follows suit with all the good stuff that Steven Universe brought to the show.
Indeed. Well, this new adventure will be coming out real soon. We'll see what happens in Prime Video.
Space Pirate Lars, Pink Lars, we stand Pink Lars.
Speaking of nostalgia and stuff, let's talk about this particular franchise. Adventure Time. So you're thinking Fiona and Cake is pretty much the new Adventure Time, right? Well, Adventure Time folks are going to be making side quests. This series is about to happen in 2026. It talks about a prequel series that follows the adventures of Finn and Jake when they were younger. How excited are you about a younger, like a pre-show of Adventure Time?
I will say that for a prequel of Adventure Time, I'm going to say that if it goes the right way, and when I mean the right direction, I do mean that it may answer questions as to how Finn and Jake met Princess Bubblegum. How did Finn and Jake meet, first and foremost? If they do answer all these questions, it could make for a compelling prequel series. But if it's just Finn and Jake doing side quests and that's really it, nothing much else, it would be adequate, but it wouldn't be fulfilling. So I have a feeling that it could go either direction. I'm hoping that it goes the former direction in which Finn and Jake meet Princess Bubblegum.
I kind of do want to see origins. Yeah. I kind of do want to see an origin story of how Finn and Jake came to be, because I know the first episode we get to see them together. Princess Bubblegum was already their friend. But yeah, I want to see like how they all came to be. I know Marceline came in through the series, so I don't know if we get to see a Marceline appearance or something here and there.
Hopefully.
Yeah, I don't know. I mean, this looks to be an interesting little thing, but Side Quest is a prequel series. Again, I guess some Adventure Time fans definitely will love that. Looks like this is coming on Max. So this is something good. Adventure Time at least is going to be on Max.
Yeah. Hey, there's at least one Cartoon Network show that is staying under Max.
Yeah.
Right?
Speaking of which, Fiona and Cake also did have second season announced as well. I know we didn't have it in the notes, but we want to discuss this really quickly. Second season was going to involve Fiona. There's not going to be a lot of multi-universe travel this time around. It looks to be just set in one universe to say, but it kind of more focuses on Fiona. Nonetheless, season 2 is going to be coming out real soon. How excited are you about the fact that Fiona and Cake is coming back?
Yeah, I'm excited about Fiona and Cake coming back, considering how exceptionally well season 1 has been critically acclaimed. And so you would expect season 2 to be greenlit. And from what I've heard about Fiona and Cake, it's even more adult oriented than the OG Adventure Time.
Of course it is. Yes, it's a different kind of side path. I know that Finn and Jake are also in Fiona and Cake too, but they're older as well. So yeah, this definitely is a time skip version of like the Adventure Time series. Nonetheless, Fiona and Cake is a really great series. I'm loving it so far. Can't wait for second season. That comes out really soon, actually, this year. So yeah. Speaking of more nostalgia news, Cartoon Network fans, you're probably gonna love this, but regular show is back.
Oh!
Yes, we are getting a brand new regular show series that will be a revival series. So what do you think this series is gonna be about? Because it's called The Lost Tapes.
Yeah, I'm really excited for regular show Lost Tapes because it's a nostalgia show that has come back. That's come back to being shown. It's a revival series. Not only that, it's going to be airing on Adult Swim Canada. In other words, just like Fiona and Cake, regular show Lost Tapes is going to be more adult-oriented in comparison to the original series.
So I had a feeling it was kind of more gearing towards an adult audience anyways. Because like some of the stuff in regular show kind of felt more mature-ish, to say. It was definitely aimed for teenagers. And I don't think kids kind of really knowed what the whole fact about regular show was going to be about. So I'm kind of happy that JJ Quintel was kind of getting more into like adult humor than what they.
I missed Close Enough though.
I know. 3 seasons of that now are gone. But no, I mean JJ Quintel looks like he's gonna have regular show back, and I can't wait to see how this all goes. There wasn't really much details when it comes to the Lost Tapes, but you are having the show back.
Yeah, it makes me wonder when in Lost Tapes is this taking place? Like, is this taking place sometime in the series finale, like after the characters save the world and then Pops sacrifices himself? Or
those are Pops who comes back. No.
Or could it take place when Mordecai, Rippy, the Game Gang are middle-aged adults?
I don't know. Again, we don't have much details when it comes to it. All I'm knowing is the fact that regular show fans are going to enjoy the fact that Mordecai and Rigby are back. Oh!
Yes.
Who knows? Benson might be back. You get Skips. You got, what was it? Muscle Man.
You know who else might be back? My mom!
Oh, God. See, I'm telling you, nostalgia is coming back for this.
Yeah.
One more thing we also want to bring up for the Cartoon Network fans. Teen Titans is back with a 10th season. I don't know what's going on with Teen Titans Go, but they're getting renewed more and more. Is this like their SpongeBob or something?
I keep saying this before, I'll say it again. Teen Titans Go is to Cartoon Network what SpongeBob is to Nickelodeon. It's pretty much their flagship that has to keep the studio afloat.
Because like Teen Titans Go, that's going to be on Cartoon Network. It's been kind of like, I get it, it's just aimed for kids, and then like they do try to give the adults some humor too, because it does have like DC characters in it. It's not like the Teen Titans are there are also DC characters there too. I mean, the only redeeming quality of the show is the movie, and the movie is good at best. Yeah, but that's really about it. It's a good movie, and I did get a laugh when it comes to Teen Titans Go to the movies, but then they didn't make a movie after that. They just keep making more and more episodes. And I just started to just fall out of Teen Titans Go. Yeah, the Teen Titans Go show definitely pales in comparison to the original, no doubt. And not only that, but the humor of Teen Titans Go, it just didn't seem funny to me. It's just lowbrow humor that I didn't find funny. Even taking away the fact that it's, based on the original Teen Titans. Like, even when judging Teen Titans Go in its own rights, it's still not funny. It's still not good. No, I mean, the humor is definitely for kids, for sure. That's the reason why, that's the reason why the intended audience was supposed to be for kids anyways. I mean, it's good for the kids to enjoy, and you know what? More power to them, but it's just something that didn't appeal to me. Yeah, aside from the movie. Mean, we're grown adults. Probably will not even get the humor at all. Either way, for those who love Teen Titans Go, season 10 is coming out, so have fun with it, guys. But that's all the Cartoon Network news that we have for you. The thing is that I'm getting from Annecy when it comes to Cartoon Network, we're really getting through nostalgia baiting, aren't we? Because regular show, that was a 2010 show. Adventure Time was 2010 show. Steven Universe, we grew up watching Steven Universe, and now we're getting them all back with new shows and everything. I'm like, we really are going back to, nostalgia baiting. Not only are we going back to touching upon the nostalgia of these shows, but I have a feeling that each of the three might even be more adult oriented than the original counterparts. Yeah, because they were. I know that they were supposed to be aimed for kids back then, but now I'm assuming the audiences are older. Like the people who watched Adventure Time are all adults now. Yeah, and they're probably going to get the humor that the new shows are going to be all about. Yeah, not only that, but I have a feeling Lars of the Stars would be more mature than its original counterpart, Steven Universe. Yeah, I don't know about that. I mean, that's going to be an interesting one because I know it's supposed to be Steven Universe, so I don't know if Rebecca Sugar is going to be working on making it more mature or anything like that. So, and of course, regular show Lost Tapes, we already went over why it's gonna be more mature. Yeah, we look, it's Adult Swim, so it kind of tells you something. Yeah, but my thing is like the trend right now when it comes to Cartoon Network is that we're bringing your old properties and we're trying to make new things out of it. Mm-hmm. And like what they did with Fiona and Cake about a few years ago. Yeah, look how that turned out. I have a feeling that regular show Lost Tapes and Lars of the Stars will end up in a similar way to Fiona and Cake in that it'll be more mature versions of OG properties. Not only that, but they'll be even better written. But remember, there's also that new Foster's Fun Time for Imaginary Friends that's also coming up, but that's also aimed for preschoolers or something. Oh, that's aimed for a much younger demographic than the OG show. So we're not really going for... So all the nostalgia factors not really going for all mature audiences. They're really going for sometimes younger audiences too. Yeah, so what it is it pretty much it varies to every show, whether it be aiming for older audiences or younger audiences. But the point is that
like most of these shows are 2010s Cartoon Network shows, and they aim for older audiences.
Yes, so it makes sense why some of these shows will end up getting, going for older audiences. But again, Lars of the Stars, again, who knows? It could be for teenagers. It could be for, young adults. But look, it's been there for quite a while. It is It is something that needs to be answered. What happens to Lars?
Yeah.
So yeah,
we want to see him in
again.
the Space Pirate
I don't
Adventures.
know what Rebecca Sugar has in mind, but I can't wait for it. It's glad to hear that Steven Universe is back.
Space Pirate Lars is best Lars. Let's go.
All right. Last but not least, let's actually go to Adult Swim's little lineup here. Let's actually talk about a certain show that everyone loves, Smiling Friends.
Yes! Smiling Friends! Let's go!
Now, I do want to bring this up that the announcement was actually pretty mature. That's why we ended up not actually bringing up the picture here, okay?
You're welcome. For the sensitive viewers, you're welcome.
Yes, so Smiling Friends has brand new seasons coming up. It has finished up with season 3, but we are going to have a renewal of season 4 and 5 for Smiling Friends.
Yes, let's go.
Smiling Friends has just been absolutely fantastic. It's just been funny as heck with all the characters that has just been popping up for Smiling Friends.
The humor is spot on. The characters are very experimental, given the different amounts of animation they use in each character, whether it be hand-drawn, claymation, retro gaming, all that stuff. It's just so awesome.
I'm just loving that so far. Again, it's one of my favorite comedies that I have to watch right there. Yeah. You're caught up with the show right now, or?
I'm caught up with the show, and it is one of my favorite modern adult cartoons this day.
I can't really predict about what's going to be happening in the new future seasons to say, because look, they have a job. They're in the Smiling Friends group there. Alan is just being Alan, and then the rest of the guys have just been great.
Charlie and Pim are one awesome friendship duo.
Oh yeah. I can't really say what we could look forward to. It's just more comedy, more hijinks and stuff.
That's all I can really say, because at the end of the day, Smiling Friends is a show where anything can happen, and they can manage to pull off that plot very well.
Yeah. Ooh, 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 ooh.
There's
a lot of great note sounds when it comes to it. Jesus Christ, it just shows just amazing. But yeah, Adult Swim has announced that Smiling Friends will have brand new seasons. 2 more new seasons for Smiling Friends. Yes.
Let's go.
All right. Now, out of nowhere, Adult Swim did announce that there's going to be a brand new animated special called The Elephant. Now, as you look at the picture right there, the elephant actually has some well-known people working on this show. You can look at the left right there. Rebecca Sugar, Rebecca Sugar, who worked on Steven Universe, Ian Jones Quarterly, who worked on OKKO, Pendleton Ward, who was the creator of Adventure Time, and Patrick McHale, who worked on Over the Garden Wall. These are 4 legendary Cartoon Network creators who've made amazing projects for Cartoon Network. And now they're working together for this 3-episode miniseries going on.
I'm gonna say this right now. We don't know what the elephant is yet, but based on who is involved, I'm already excited for it. The elephant does feel like the Avengers crossover of Cartoon Network creators.
I just never expected all 4 of them to come together for this, and this kind of tells me okay, we're going to get something special out of this, aren't we?
Yeah, and it shows how, much like how Disney Channel creators have their own friendships, like Alex Hirsch, Matt Brawley, and Dana Terrace are great friends. It shows the friendship, the kinship here between Rebecca Sugar, Ian Jones, Pendleton Who, and Patrick McHale, solely because of the fact of how they love animation and they work at Cartoon Network.
Yeah. Again, we don't really have much details when it comes to the elephant. They're currently working on it at the moment, but the fact that these 4 creators are working on it just gets me so excited. Will we have another hit? I'm pretty sure we're going to have another hit with these guys. Because, OKKO was great. Adventure Time was amazing. Steven Universe is, the GOAT of all right now. Over the Garden Wall was the GOAT, for sure.
Over the Garden Wall is Cartoon Network's greatest show.
Yeah, and he's working on this show with them. I'm sorry. I think we got a freaking, Emmy award-winning cartoon here.
We got a home run. Not a home run, a grand slam with this.
Yeah, can't wait for next year, because this looks to be a very promising show.
It's something I'm going to check out day one.
Yeah. Let's go to the next piece of news that we got here. It is Yenny Katarkovsky. He actually was part of the presentation for Adult Swim. His new movie Fix has been shown in Annecy, and it has gotten some positive reviews. So this kind of tells me, as it comes on Netflix really soon, it kind of tells me that this is going to be a pretty good movie to watch.
This is a massive victory for animation fans, and especially those that love getting Tartakovsky's work like we do. The fact that Fix got positive reviews is definitely a victory all around for Fix and for independent animation as a whole.
Yeah, I know we have been doing coverage about Fixed, and we had our little discussions when it comes to it when it comes on Netflix out real soon. The fact that everybody from Annecy was giving positive reviews about this movie kind of tells me, okay, we probably have a hit here.
Yeah. So basically, the best way to describe it is that it's an animated version of that R-rated movie Stray Dogs, based on the fact about it's a raunchy comedy starring talking dogs.
Yes, I mean, pretty much that. I can't wait for it. If this kind of tells me how great the movie is, again, I'll watch it. Maybe not day one, but we'll see. I mean, it's definitely going to be something in our watch list for sure.
It's something I'm going to watch as soon as possible. I cannot guarantee day one, but it'll be very soon.
Yeah. Last but not least, when it comes to Adult Swim news, let's talk about this particular anime called Ninja Kamui. Now, Ninja Kamui has been renewed for 2 more seasons. It did win Crunchyroll's Best New Series, although I've been hearing some mixed reviews when it comes to that particular series. I heard it got really positive in the first couple episodes, then it kind of slipped. Ninja Kamui, I don't know how they ended up getting the new announcement for a new season, but I'm assuming it's probably because of Crunchyroll Anime Awards.
Yeah, it's getting renewed for not 1 but 2.
Yeah, I don't get it. Like,
really?
I know Adult Swim. I know Adult Swim is working with like anime companies. I mean, they made Lazarus. I mean, at the moment, Lazarus looks like to be a pretty good anime.
It'd be one thing if it was renewed for only 1 season, but 2. They're really breaking hard Ninja Kamui.
Again, I don't know about Ninja Kamui. Again, I myself wasn't really a fan of Ninja Kamui. I didn't watch it for a while, so
I didn't watch it at all. So I don't know what Ninja Kamui is like myself, quality wise. But
but there were other like look. We can go back to the Crunchyroll Anime Awards. I'm just saying like best new anime series would have been a better one with the other nominees there. Ninja Kamui was just over my head. I just never expected that to become the best new anime series, and overall it ended up having 2 more seasons.
Jellyfish Can't Swim in the Night should have won.
Yeah, I know. I would have said Girls Band Cry. I'm just saying, though, like, I feel like this kind of is a bad move for Adult Swim. 1 season is good enough. I don't know why they need to do 2 more seasons. Maybe after the 2nd season, it might just fall and they might just cancel the 3rd season. But
I think I know why. Because when you look at Ninja Kamui, it definitely looks to be this R-rated, gory, badass, ninja-like animated series. And I think that's what's going to appeal to older teenagers and young adults who are into that sort of thing.
Yeah, but again, it all has to depend on the writing. If the writers do a really good job with it, then maybe we have a hit anime. But I don't see it. I said it fell. It fell off.
I don't think older teenagers would prioritize story above anything else. I think they're going to be in it for the action.
Either way, this shouldn't have happened. But nonetheless, Ninja Kamui did get announced for 2 more seasons from Adult Swim. Again, I'm not really proud about that one.
I mean, I can't really judge on Ninja Kamui, but I'm saying I know why it ends to appeal to the teenagers who are going to get into this.
Okay, well, we'll see how that goes. Hopefully it just goes for those 2 new seasons. We'll see how it is. So yeah, that's it for Adult Swim. Nothing really much when it comes to Adult Swim. I feel like they're just going through their trends of like, making Adult Swim content, more funny stuff. I mean, they have Rick and Morty, they have Smiling Friends. They just have a lot of great like hits right now. Again, I'm just waiting for the time where Adult Swim can just become its own thing, like its own channel. I can't just, it's still on Cartoon Network, and I'm like, it's just best on its own channel. You have so much great hits for Adult Swim. Why not have its own channel?
Yeah, we did talk about how Adult Swim deserved to have its own channel based on how great content they have, as opposed to Cartoon Network nowadays.
Yeah, so, I mean, Adult Swim needs a channel eventually, so I'm just waiting for that news to come out. Nonetheless, Adult Swim is looking to be great. Yeah, that's all I can say. All right, let's go to other news as has been going on through Annecy. Let's talk about this particular Netflix series called Stranger Things, Tales from 85. So this is looking to be an animated series based off stories from Stranger Things. I know that you're a fan of Stranger Things, Omid.
Yes.
How excited are you for this animated series?
Very much excited because it is a best of both worlds in which I'm a fan of Stranger Things, also a fan of animation. And when I look at this, the first thing I thought was, okay, they're going to go all out with this series and they're going to make Stranger Things, bloodier, deadlier, and much more gorier than ever was before. Because with animation, you can, there's no limits to what you could do with animation as opposed to live action.
I don't know if it's going to be all gory to say. I mean, you can see the gore in Stranger Things.
Yeah, but I think that they're going to up the gore with its animated counterpart.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, animation kind of does make sense, but like, I don't see split bodies or anything like that. I can totally see like the psychic girl just getting all crazy.
11,
know?
yeah.
Yeah, 11 going all this, and who knows what she'll gonna be doing with those demons.
But
yeah.
I have a feeling that with Stranger Things, it could go one of two routes. One, it can focus on the side stories of supporting characters, give them their own episodes.
Yeah, I mean, that would be really neat.
Or it could be that it could give, development to the underworld and even give a prominent episode to one of the monsters.
You know
that
what?
reside
The
there.
monsters don't really give much like story because, like, yeah, the monsters are there in the underworld, just popping out of nowhere in Earth to say. Why don't we actually get like stories about them?
Yeah, I do want to see this series explore the lives of the monsters that reside in the underworld. That'd be an interesting take.
Yeah, I mean, obviously the town folks are the ones that are also more important.
Like humanize the monsters in a way, because the monsters are mainly there to be the antagonistic forces against these kids in Stranger Things.
Yeah. Either way, I'm pretty excited about that. Yeah, I mean, imagine like Stranger Things is ending real soon. They needed something to continue with, and even though it's not a continuation story for Stranger Things, it's something that I think we need some answers for.
It also helps that the Duffer Brothers are also heavily involved with this show as they are with the original, so that's already a massive green flag.
Yeah, and the animation looks pretty good. From the way I'm kind of seeing how the pictures look like right now. I mean, I can't wait to see a real life cartoon about it, but right now the character design looks pretty sick.
It definitely looks like one of those graphic novels that you pick up, like that is published from Dark Horse Comics or anything like that.
Yeah.
It definitely looks that way.
Either way, Stranger Things Tales of 85 is coming out on that is currently in works at Netflix right now.
I'm excited for it. Let's go.
Now, we've talked about this particular movie called Goats, mostly because the producer is Steph Curry, the famous point guard from the Warriors. Okay. So Stony Pictures actually revealed the cast for Steph Curry's brand new movie, GOAT. It stars Caleb McLaughlin, aka Lucas Sinclair from Stranger Things. He'll be the GOAT, the literal goat there.
Yeah, who'd have thought? Like going from the Stranger Things kid to the basketball goat. That's quite a career leap.
I know. Right? Well, to be fair, like Caleb is pretty much grown up. He was a kid in Stranger Things. Now he's like a teenager. Like I can make sense why he can probably now be a voice actor in a movie now.
Stranger Things definitely boosted his career.
Yeah. Well, I mean, look at it. It's so popular. What, 5 seasons now? Yeah, it's gonna be good. Gabrielle Union, Nick Kroll is also in it. Nicola Coogan, Dave Harbour. You know him as Red Guardian in in Thunderbolts.
And also he was Jim Hopper in Stranger Things. So you got a Stranger Things reunion right here.
Yeah. Patton Oswalt, you know him. He's everywhere in cartoons now. And Steph Curry.
Of course, it's Steph Curry himself.
I wonder who he's gonna be, because what is the GOAT gonna play off against Steph Curry? Is that what's going on?
Yeah, of course, with a movie produced by the GOAT himself, Steph Curry, you would expect Steph Curry to be part of the voice cast as well.
Yeah, but I don't. Yeah, he is gonna be a part of it eventually. Yeah, I can't wait to hear his voice. From the cast list, how promising do you think this movie is gonna go?
Okay, even with the cast list, including the GOAT Steph Curry himself, again, mad love to the man.
Okay.
Let's see. So when I look at this, I think to myself, this is going to be one stupid movie. I mean,
wow. I thought you were just going to say you're going to love it because it's Steph Curry movie.
I'm sorry, but when you have a literal GOAT who is a basketball player called the GOAT, it's a silly premise. I'm not going to lie. It's a silly, stupid premise.
Oh, tell that to Steph Curry then.
However, it's going to turn out to be, it could go one of two directions. It's going to be so silly, so stupid, it's so bad it's good, or it's going to be just plain bad. Hoping it's so bad it's good. Hoping it is.
Yeah.
But I'm saying that it's not going to be Spider-Verse or Mitchell's vs. Machines or anything.
But the people who made Spider-Verse actually is making this movie.
Yeah, but how are they going to capture the stylized animation or something?
I
could be wrong. This could turn out to be legitimately great. I mean, it is Spider-Verse creators after all, but still, though, I don't know. Compared to Spider-Verse, it just... I don't know. Something about this just doesn't look that appealing.
I'm surprised. I thought you would love it.
But here's the thing. I am still going to see this day one because my Steph Curry bias is forcing me to do so.
Oh, my God. It's because of the Steph Curry bias, really?
Like, as a Warrior fan, I'm obligated to go support this movie. So I kind of have to.
I don't know about this movie. All I know is that this is going to be something.
I'll wear my Steph Curry jersey and go see the movie anyway.
What, you're gonna then the next day you buy a GOAT jersey?
If the movie turns out to be amazing, like Spider-Verse quality, maybe.
Yeah, I'm just gonna say, like, this looks to be average of a movie. It won't be like the Shoes movie that came out recently. I don't know if you heard about that.
Oh, it's going to turn out to be even better than the Shoes
I think it's better
movie.
than the Shoes movie, because that Shoes movie looks stupid.
And not in a bad, so bad it's good kind of way. When I looked at the trailer, I cringed.
I was like, why do we have a movie like this about shoes?
Yeah, no matter how bad Goat turns out, it will always be better than Shoes. It's a guarantee.
Also, I kind of trust Sony Pictures Animation. I mean, they currently have a K-pop Demon Hunter movie coming out real soon.
Which I'm excited for.
Yeah, and now they're making Goat. And you know what? I'm going to take a chance at this. I think it's going to be quite interesting. I mean, I love basketball. I watch basketball. I played basketball before. And I mean, who knows how this goes? Who knows what other NBA players might be there?
Hell, basketball is the reason why you and I are in the same room right now.
Yeah. I mean, you said Steph Curry's going to be there. Who else is there? Going to be Dwayne Wade or what was it? What was it?
If Dwayne Wade's wife is in this movie, Dwayne Wade himself's got to be in it as well.
I mean, yeah. If Gabriel Union is going to be in it, I'm pretty sure he's going to be in it. Who knows? Maybe Reggie Miller might be there. Maybe Draymond Green. I don't know. Maybe a De'Aaron Fox. Because I know De'Aaron Fox.
Klay Thompson?
Yeah, let him go. I don't know about Klay Thompson was in the Space Jam movie. I'm just saying.
Jimmy Butler.
Oh, maybe that too.
Actually, I want to hear Jimmy Butler voice as an actual butler.
Oh God,
that'd be kind of ironic.
A goat butler. Oh God, it'd be really funny. I love the irony when it comes to that. Who knows? Either way, Goat is coming out in 2026. At least we got the cast for this. Can't wait to hear how they sound in the movie. But, yeah.
I feel like I need to see more of this movie before I make my final judgments. The premise may be a bit silly and stupid, but however, since it is from the creators of Spider-Verse, and Sony Pictures Animation has been on a roll with movies that aren't Hotel Transylvania, so I do trust they'll make this decent at best.
We'll see. I mean, they have the studio that worked on Spider-Verse, so
yeah,
that's a little bit promising. And Steph Curry, maybe he'll know judgment of what's good and what's bad when it comes to movies. Okay. All right. Last but not least, we have one more announcement to bring out when it comes to Annecy. And it's particularly about Spongebob. So the Spongebob movie, Search for SquarePants, that's coming out real soon, and we do have more cast reveals when it comes to this movie. George Lopez is going to be in it. Ice Spice, Regina Hall, and a bunch of others have been announced to be in the movie. So with those A-list celebrities being a part of the movie, are you excited more for Search for SquarePants?
Not really, to be honest. Like, SpongeBob ran its course long ago with SpongeBob movies, to be honest. Like, the cast list doesn't, change my overall excitement or view of the new upcoming SpongeBob movie, which is not all that excited about, Yeah,
I'm not excited for it. The third movie, seen that fail. And I don't know what they're doing when it comes to the Sandy Cheeks movie and the Plankton movie. Like, they are currently in Netflix doing okay.
And plus, let's be honest, having guest celebrities be in SpongeBob movies isn't relatively anything new. Look at David Hasselhoff from the SpongeBob SquarePants movie. Look, Keanu Reeves was.
To be fair, there's only one movie. Like, what was it? In the first movie, they only had David Hasselhoff. The second movie, they had what's that guy?
Oh no, the third movie was David Hasselhoff. Was it David Hasselhoff in the second movie?
First.
No, Keanu Reeves.
Keanu Reeves was third. Yes.
Keanu Reeves is third.
Snoop Dogg was also in the third movie too. But then in the second movie, they had Antonio Banderas. Yeah.
See, I feel like they're sort of like over milking it with the guest celebrity appearances in SpongeBob movies because, hey, if it worked for David Hasselhoff, if it worked for Keanu Reeves, it worked for Snoop Dogg, it could work here, right?
Yeah.
Not really.
I don't know about that. I mean, who would George Lopez represent? A fish? Ice Spice? Is she gonna represent herself? I don't know. Cause like I remember the third movie, they did go. There were some celebrities that were there. I mean, they literal celebrities. Like they're not even fish. They're literally just there, just doing music numbers and stuff. So somebody tells me Ice Spice might be the same thing like Snoop Dogg in the third movie, like doing her own music thing here and there.
I will say though, in terms of Ice Spice, I'm kind of curious to hear about her take on the SpongeBob SquarePants theme song because Ice Spice, believe it or not, is going to be in charge of the overall soundtrack of the movie.
So we got some hip hop here, aren't we?
Who lives in the pineapple under the sea? SpongeBob SquarePants.
Okay. You and your beatboxing, I swear.
That sounds good. Turn out.
But Regina Hall is promising. George Lopez is promising. Ice Spice, I think, sounds promising, but if she's going to be reworking on the music, who knows what kind of hip-hop she's going to drop. I'm assuming she might be a character. It might be a fish character. Who knows? SpongeBob just comes. SpongeBob Patrick search for the SquarePants and sees, Ice Spice perform, or the fish who's like performing as Ice Spice perform. I don't know. Again, the plot line doesn't make any sense. All I know is that Mark Hamill's in the movie. That's a positive side about this one.
Mark Hamill is in the next SpongeBob movie as the Flying Dutchman.
That's it. Yeah, that's Search for SquarePants. Yes, this is Search for SquarePants.
Search for SquarePants. I think that's the only casting choice that I'm legit excited for, but that's really about it.
Surprising that they actually didn't put up the original voice actor for Patch the Pirate.
Yeah, right? It's just...
I don't know. I guess wanted the A-list celebrities, and there you go. Your A-list celebrities are here.
And I'm saying there comes a point to where relying on A-list celebrities can be a bit too much because, let's be honest, SpongeBob is already profitable as it is. You don't need A-list celebrities to begin with because SpongeBob is already a massive popular icon.
I know.
So you're still going to make money regardless of how many A-list celebrities you have. So it makes no sense.
Exactly. So, again, I don't know how I'll be promised when it comes to the SpongeBob SquarePants movie Search for SquarePants, but that's just news coming from them. Then, yeah. I think that's all that we can announce when it comes to Annecy. Overall, the whole festival was absolutely a bomb. Just hearing everything coming out from Annecy. So, if anything, it looks promising for animation, especially from, I think what was the best overall was Cartoon Network, because they're the ones that have bringing back their nostalgia folks, bringing back their franchises like Steven Universe, Regular Show, and Adventure Time, bringing them new shows, and in the future they're going to be probably bringing back Cartoon Network to what it is.
And the cherry on top is that they dedicated their panel to celebrating the 25th anniversary of Cartoon Network. That was the ultimate cherry on top.
So there was that, and then again, Disney, who knows how good they're going to be. Again, I'm just loving the fact that we get Chibiverse again. Season 4 is now back.
Yeah.
I don't know what else to say. It's just that
Gato. I'm excited for Gato more than anything else.
Yeah, Gato as well. Adult Swim is looking promising. They're going back to their old regular comedy. Can't wait to see what other shows they got coming up. But yeah, overall, animation has been looking great. Can't wait to see the Annecy projects now come to life in the upcoming years. But, yeah.
So I just want to say that, the Annecy Animation Festival has been such a great, festival filled with lots of fun and announcements from many different animation studios. And if you went to Annecy Festival, I'm glad you had fun.
I don't think all of us could be able to go there anyway. It's in France.
It's in France, but I'm saying, if by any chance someone who actually did go to Annecy Festival is watching, I hope you had fun there.
I'm pretty sure they did. I mean, spending all that money in order for you to get over there to check out all the animation news probably is a huge investment. So I'm pretty sure you had a great time.
Yeah.
Yeah. So with that in mind, I think that's pretty much it. Wraps up our episode tonight.
Yeah, it was definitely great to talk about all these animated projects, especially coming from this fun-filled festival, and we're even more glad that we got to share them all with you.
Yeah, so Annecy looks promising. Who knows what the next festival is going to be about? All I know is that next week we're going to be discussing the KCAs because, KCAs.
Can we not, please?
I don't know, man. Just because there's that, and who knows, there might be more big news coming out from the world of animation. So we're always here every Wednesday to talk to you guys more about what's happening in animation.
There always is, so keep an eye out on our Twitter and Blue Sky accounts to look for all kinds of news animation, because we like to share them in our posts.
We have our socials below, our Instagram, our Twitter, and our Blue Sky, so you can follow us on our news there. Also, our YouTube channel is always open for y'all to follow. Subscribe to our channel, hit the like buttons, and also hit the bell button so you'll be notified when we come on next. We come on every Wednesday, and we also do drop videos and shorts here and there. So if you subscribe to our channel, you get to the newest videos and shorts we've got.
Yeah, so we just want to say thank you all so much for watching. Thank you all so much for listening, what we have to say, and for all the great projects that we just announced.
Yeah, and until then, I think that's pretty much it for our episode. So until then, thank you guys very much for watching. We'll see you guys in the next one.
Have a good day, y'all.
And that goat movie is going to be something now. Now I have to be more curious about it even more.
Is it actually going to live up to the name Goat?
Yeah, you have the goat working on it. You actually have the goat working on it.
Like I said, I'm a huge Steph Curry fan. I'm going to see the movie, but I'll end up loving it, ironically, or not really. I don't know.
All right. Well, anyways, thank you guys very much for watching. See you next time.
See y'all next time. you.